In mists eternal, where daylight dies, the Lord of Barovia watches from the skies. His castle looms, a coffin of stone, a kingdom cursed, a ruler alone. Adventures lost to fate's cruel hand, step forth unknowing into the land. The cards are drawn, the night grows near. Welcome, my friends, Strahd is in mists eternal, where daylight dies, the Lord of Barovia watches from the skies. His castle looms, a coffin of stone, a kingdom cursed, a ruler alone. Adventures lost to fate's cruel hand, step forth unknowing into the land. The cards are drawn, the night grows near. Welcome, my friends, Strahd is
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. It's been a week or two since we've been on this show here. And welcome back to Sanguine Destiny, Episode 8, Death House. And welcome my lovely players this evening. Everybody is healthy and hopefully not getting the con crud and not traveling at the moment. So it's a nice week to get on here and play. So let's talk to everybody. Moss, how was MegaCon?
It was great. A lot of good hangs. Met some genuinely just awesome people.
Nice.
Hung around, played a little bit of Rock Band, and one wonderful witch came and found me at Universal while I was there and gave me a little present. Would you like to see?
Yeah.
So this is a crocheted figure of my character on Avenue Studios, Nova Beast.
Oh, I was like, why is it the Mech Beast? The Mech.
Yeah.
That's
It's
awesome.
Sassy Witch crocheted this for me, and it's it might be potentially the sweetest thing I've ever received in my life. Like, my heart was so warmed when she gave this to me. So Sassy Witch, if you're out there right now, or if you watch this later on, thank you with all of my heart. This is amazing, and it's forever going to have a spot on my desk somewhere if I can figure out how to get it to stand up.
That is amazing. I know she put some of those photos in the Discord, and it looked like a lot of fun. I sadly, I want to say that I'm very jealous, but the events that happened to me at work this weekend make it so if those happened while I was away, I probably would have had a panic attack and not come home. So because I'm now the only manager at the
Oh,
restaurant, so yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you were. Yeah, I'm also glad that you were here for a crisis.
Because I definitely would have been like,
I
somebody
gotta find
just
one.
shipped me my dogs. Because no, that would have not been fun. But awesome. I'm glad you
I
had
was
a good
about
time.
there too, but Florida's expensive, bro.
It is very expensive. I know with my resume, I could probably make a very easy, livable wage. But I also don't want to work until midnight, 2:00 in the morning.
Dude,
Anymore.
I'll tell you what.
Done that. Don't want to do that.
Service staff down there, I bet make a freaking killing.
Mhm.
So, by all means.
Yeah, we'll see. If everything falls apart here, maybe. I got plans. Anyway, Biggles, how are you? Are you moved in yet, or are you still in the rental?
So I am in the rental. Next week, I will probably be in my new room,
Nice.
right? Because we have to be out of the rental on Sunday.
Mm,
So I will be out of here next week.
nice.
I've been doing moving all the last 3 weeks. I've been having to do some stuff to get the house finished, but I won't actually have my computer room done for like a month and a half. So now I got to figure out how I'm going to do that because we have to like build out the studio a little bit more. So,
Okay.
But yeah, I'm here. I wish I was at MegaCon last week like I was going to, but I've been doing the move. So here's that.
Yeah, that's all right. We have next year. We have other conventions to go to. I want to hit a gaming convention in the next year anyway. So that'll be a lot of fun. But MegaCon is one of those ones that I think is near and dear to all our hearts. So we'll try to make that one when we can.
Mm-hmm.
And Anthony, how are you? How'd you fare in that 2-day blizzard we had a week and a half ago?
I just shoveled and I went to work.
Yeah, and then it was 80 degrees 2 days later, and it was like nothing ever
Yeah,
happened.
it was a barbecue.
Yeah.
I wore like a thermal, and then the next day I wore a t-shirt.
Wild weather this year. Well, awesome. Well, I am happy you guys are all here. We'll call it backstage. We were sort of talking about leveling and what we forgot to do since our last episode. Everybody leveled. And I kind of want to go over with each of you if your character got anything really cool. We don't have to really necessarily talk about anything, this skill increase or anything like that. But if you picked a feat or got anything super cool when you got to level 3, let us know. And, we'll just start with Hobokinn. What did Hobokinn get at his level 3? Any cool barbarian abilities or anything like that?
I got one general feat.
Nice.
Normally I just have 2 feet, but now I have a third. I took toughness. It just gives me a
Boost
plus to
health.
my health for my level, so it's equal to my level. And then now I also have a reduced DC score of recovery checks by 1.
That's nice. That itself is very nice.
I do talk a lot of shit, so that's probably going to help.
Well, and as we've seen this campaign's monsters can be pretty tough, so it might come in handy a few times, I suspect.
Yeah, and I took a +1 to my core skill of intimidation.
Ooh, that's always good. And yes, I know my little screen character thing still says level 2. I'll fix that. I forgot about that. Up until I pretty much opened up Streamlabs, and I went, crap, it still says level 2. But Enigmar, anything fun and exciting for our investigator?
I also took toughness because of how bad we get the shit kicked out of us. But I got Ward Medic, which is the one that I had when I would run in and heal 2 people at once.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
there's that. And then
Nice.
I gave my +1 to medicine. So because I am the healer on the team once per fight, basically, and sometimes not even during the fight because it's still after an hour. But I now an expert in Arcana as well, giving me a +12. So that's cool,
Nice.
right?
Nice, nice. Magical stuff is right up your alley. What about Numlock? Did you take toughness as well?
I didn't. I actually took Steal Your Resolve, which allows me to regain stamina points equal to half of my maximum cost of 1 resolve point. So
that's
that one,
nice.
I think, is definitely going to come in handy at in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, and is that does that just cost an action? Is that?
It doesn't say.
Steal
All
Your
it says
Resolve.
in
Let's see.
the feat description is regain stamina points equal to half your maximum. So I would think that would be an action. But
Yeah,
it doesn't say.
I'll say that's so effectively. Well, it's tough to say because you can also
Seems like a bonus action, to be honest.
well, it's one of those gray areas because you can as long as you have 2 resolve points, you can instantly stabilize. I think I'll have to look back at that. But anyway, or maybe it's 1. Maybe I think it's Starfinder. But anyway, well, as long as you have a certain amount of resolve points, you can use it to instantly stabilize. But this one too is use a resolve to gain half your stamina. So I would kind of homebrewed if anybody knows exactly kind of the rule for it, but I would say like in the midst of combat or something like that, if you decide to use a resolve, it will be an action.
Okay, I am totally good for that.
Yeah, no, that seems fair, because that's a pretty limited resource. It is a useful resource, but does it? I didn't see the action diamond on it, at least in Foundry. So I'm sure if I looked it up on Archive of Nethys, it would tell us as well.
Yeah, if I just put it in chat, it
Yeah,
doesn't
there's
really
an
say
action
much
right
of
there.
anything.
It's an action there.
Oh, it's under my actions tab. So yeah.
Okay, it did put it in the action tab.
Yeah. Okay.
Get the little,
And it is
thing there
it is
too.
saying 1 action. Okay, cool. Yeah, it is saying 1 action.
All right. I also took bravery, kind of building on the whole Marshall's aura thing. So proficiency for will saves increases to expert.
Nice.
And then when I roll a success on a will save against a fear effect, I get a critical success instead. And in addition, anytime I gain the frightened condition, I reduce its value by 1.
Okay. Nice.
So we'll see how often fear comes into the whole equation, but I should be pretty hardy against it.
Nice.
Oh crap! You just made me realize my fortitude and will both went up to expert.
Yeah.
I never looked at them.
And I took my diplomacy up by 1 as well.
Yes, for the auto progression bonus that we are using. And awesome. Sounds like everybody at level 3 is always kind of a nice little boost in abilities for, I think, just about every tabletop game I've ever played. So that is always good to see. And, a little recap from a couple weeks ago. You guys had dinner with Strahd. Sort of pseudo-insulted him, but he also told you, go right ahead and check out my castle, which you took. Maybe now looking back, you see that was more of a taunt than it was a mi casa su casa type sentiment. And
Bastard.
yeah, you guys went upstairs a little bit, ran into shadows. I believe Numlock's shadow was taken and turned into a shadow.
Yeah,
and then Hobokinn using Numlock to break through the window and jump off of the castle. You guys escaped with an unconscious robot in your hands, and effectively, at the end of the episode, boarded, called for Rahadin, and he came back with the cart and the horse looking a little more nightmarish, as hooves of fire and mane of fire and all those things. Yeah, so that's kind of where we leave off there. Was Rahadin asking you where he's going to take you, and you saying the town of Barovia. This time, however, as when he picked you up, he seemed to be going with some unnatural speed. The carriage and horse seem to be going a normal speed. You're feeling every bump, all of those things. Enigmar, I will allow you to make 2 whatchamacallums, medicine checks on your fellow party members or yourselves, and that will be, the time it takes you to get to the village of Barovia in this carriage.
All right, 2
Try
medicine
to
checks.
heal your friends here. So just, yeah, you guys are at the. You guys should. I didn't bring you to the map of Barovia. I'm gonna switch maps real quick. Just make sure to.
Each or just two in general.
No, he can make. There's enough time for him to make 2 checks on each of you. So it's about an hour ride, and it doesn't. It takes 5 minutes to. Do that.
That should be on Moss.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you.
You will get
Okay, so
8 hit points
2.
back.
So 2 on each.
You are conscious. All right, I'll get rid of prone.
That is also on Moss.
Nice. Another 10
Nice.
healing.
I'm
Okay.
up to max HP.
There you go. Now let's do the Hobokinn. And also do Hobokinn.
All you have to roll is 2 ones. Perfect. Thank you.
And then me. And I should be max as well. I think I was already. Wait, why did that not apply to me?
Or you already max hit points.
Oh, there we go.
Just down stamina.
I was at 22. There we go.
Let me see.
All right, and while we're on here, can we take a breather?
Yeah, you can definitely take a breather.
Sweet. Boop.
Then get some stamina back. I'm trying
Sweet.
to remember where. If I guess I could pull up the monster too. I was trying to remember what the enfeebled save was, because 2 of you are, and that is a nasty thing.
You talking about the enfeebled?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I accidentally increased it by 1. There we go. All right, I got it.
Every hour. Okay. So I was like, was it a save or was it an hour thing? I always forget which one is which. So you guys will increase or decrease 1 enfeebled. So Hobokinn, you will no longer be enfeebled. And coming into town, Numlock, you will be at enfeebled 3.
Wait, enfeeble is a disease?
No, it's a mind affecting ability. Well, it's a
Okay.
strength. It's a physical affecting thing, but it's. The description is you're physically weakened, enabled, feels. It's from the life drain of the shadow.
Mhm.
So. Right, so some time passes. You guys heal your wounds and sort of take a quick breather. And you arrive at the village of Barovia. Rahadin, about a quarter mile from the village, stops the carriage, and you hear him say, "I will not be driving into the village. You can depart now."
Well, thank you, Rahadin. I appreciate the travel and getting us out of the castle as quickly as possible.
I have a query. If everything inside of the castle was bent on killing us, why are you helping?
My master bade me to collect you to Castle Ravenloft and take you anywhere you wish after you had left. And as the four of you. Wait, no, Reagan. That's right. Why am I dragging her around? What am I
Because he's probably meeting us here, maybe.
No, he was helping the wizards
Oh yeah.
get the wine delivered and collect any payment or whatnot for the group. You know.
We could have really
That's-
used
I
that
was-
bastard.
I was using him for his visuals as a token. That's what I was doing.
We got
yes,
some of
you
them.
guys
I think
are.
we got 25 gold each.
Mhm.
As you walk the road, the old Svalich road that leads through the middle of the town of Barovia, you can definitely see the difference between these two cities. Where Valaki is kind of full of life, it is sort of still sad and kind of depressing, and people aren't really cheerful. Or, it's not these bigger cities you're used to, but it is a lively town. Here, even the road itself is slightly overgrown with weeds. You know, nature is kind of taking back parts of civilization. And as you kind of get close to the first kind of ring of houses are boarded up, and you can kind of tell that the one of every 4 houses maybe has some people living in it. As you sort of enter town, you can see to the north of town a church steeple kind of up a hillock a little bit. You can see what may be a more mansion-like estate kind of to the south of town. And then again, just a couple other bigger buildings. There's like 2 in the middle of town. One, you can kind of see it looks like maybe kind of a big general store. And then one that obviously looks possibly like a tavern or an inn. Those are, as you sort of come up to this first intersection, those are kind of what you can see in the kind of dusk of the evening light.
If I may pose a suggestion, perhaps we should find somewhere safe in order to rest. For it seems that, well, I myself am not operating at my fullest capacity.
I don't see why that wouldn't be a good idea. After all, we just had stuff trying to kill us after being invited as a guest for dinner.
Is there
What that
a-
about?
What did you say?
What was that about? He invited us in, he gave us food, and then he... Matter of fact, weren't we cleaning up his place and then all of a sudden thing come out?
Might I postulate
There
that you may have offended Count Stroud?
What do you mean I offended him? I just said things that look like him.
Well,
Did I do something wrong?
You insulted the man's looks and everything else.
But if he were to look at me, he would tell me I am big man. I would not be offended. That's what I look like.
Well, maybe the Count is a little bit sensitive, and you can't be so blunt all the time, Hobokinn.
one must be diplomatic in his approach.
But he was so sensitive. How did he get to being big person of place?
He is an all-powerful vampire.
He's a
But he's
vampire.
Where
Like we know
are
each
you
other.
guys heading as you're sort of having this conversation?
And
Probably
Or
the inn,
something?
right? The
Yeah.
inn tavern that you were talking about. I think you said it was
It's
like right
right,
here.
right
down
on
here.
this corner here.
Okay, yeah, we're going there.
And as you
Chit
approach,
chat on the way there.
you can see that the sign reads Blood of the Vine Tavern. And it's not as well kept as the Blue Water Inn in Valaki. You can see, it is definitely worse for wear. It's very obvious that, duct tape and bubblegum type repairs and stuff has been had to kind of keep things in order. A couple of the windows are boarded up as it looks like they may have broken at one point, and there is no replacement. But you walk in, and there's a handful of people in here. There's the bartender is cleaning glass, idly chit-chatting with a couple of the commoners who are around, and then there are a couple tables. And when you enter, nobody really even looks your way except for maybe the bartender, who just sort of nods almost as you enter. No fanfare or, nothing that you've kind of seen as to having surprise of adventurers walk into the taverns around the area.
Are we able to unpause us so
Sorry.
we can move around?
just kind of walk in and sit down on a chair and just quietly fold my hands over my lap and just stare off into the distance.
Yeah.
On a standby mode.
You guys check out a table, and Eric, the barkeep, comes around the bar, comes up to the table, still holding like a glass that he's kind of in the middle of polishing or cleaning. And he goes, welcome to the Blood of the Vine. Can I get you all?
Do you have any lubricant?
I guess I got a little bit of oil in the back.
I will have your finest lubricant. Thank you. And I'll put
Sure.
a gold piece on the table.
And he
I will
quickly
take
snatches it, and his Enigmar, you notice, as kind of being the one that catch things that are uncommon. His reaction to that gold piece was very greedy. And then he seems to change a little bit. He goes, right, some oil. The rest of you, what would you like?
May I get an ale, please?
Of course. And for you, sir, looks at Hobokinn.
Can I look in my bag to see if that food is still good?
The stuff you grabbed from Ravenloft?
Pig, yeah.
Yes and no.
You know,
Adjusted music volumes here.
I'll go ahead and reach into my bag to see if I can smell the thing on there and see if it's any good still.
It's definitely older. It is rapidly getting disgusting. It's almost got that slight sour pork smell to it at the moment. And he goes, and you can see Eric looks down and goes, warm food for you as well. I still have a little bit of stew left over.
Yes, I will take a one stew and do you have any wine?
Yeah, I got about a little bit left. Local stuff. It's not bad. I got a couple bottles of some of their Dragon Crush, some older vintage. If you want.
How much is the older vintage?
Drink and food definitely covered by your friend there. Sort of nods at Numlock.
Thank you, Numlock. I am Hobokinn. What is your name, sir?
Call me Eric. It's nice to meet you. You
Very nice to meet you.
definitely not from around here, huh?
No, but It's his nice place. I'll look over at Enigmar. Am I doing better? I am not insulting his place. I'm probably not super low with the voice, but am I doing better at being nice?
Well done, Hobokinn. I'm very proud of you.
Yes.
He doesn't seem to care. As Enigmar, as you know, he's not being subtle in asking you if he's being. Eric is just looking to take your order. Right. A couple ales, bottle of wine, some hot food, little oil. Right. Have that out in a few moments. And he runs back. A couple minutes later, he comes back with a couple plates of warm bread and some stew. Nothing luxurious. And a couple of mugs of ale, a little bit of like lamp oil that he put in kind of a little container, and a bottle of Red Crush wine, a vintage. It's about 9 years old, or at least you think so from the bottle.
So, I kind of want to. So after I realized that he was kind of greedy for the money, I'm now suspicious that maybe he would maybe try to do something in order to get the money. So I just kind of inspect my ale before taking a sip.
Yeah, you don't notice. It's a little stale, but you don't get any poison or anything like that. Nothing overly suspicious with the food or the drink. Although you do notice that the three gentlemen at this table have made almost silent gestures to Eric. And as you sort of notice that too, you notice the three of them are Vistani. People who sort of unwelcomed in Valaki seem to have a strange reputation in Barovia, and Laszlo was Vistani. You've learned a little bit about them, and you sort of notice that there's some sort of connection between the three men at that table and Eric the barkeep, along with just a couple other regular commoners. There's a gentleman at the bar that seems a little bit more well-dressed than the other folk here, and you can kind of hear him mumbling a little bit to himself. Right now he looks up. Another round, Derek. All right, Ismark. They kind of have a few of those kind of moments.
Is Laszlo over at that other table?
No, but they do look like Vistani. They're sort of a little bit darker skinned, kind of tan, olive skinned, black hair in kind of funky, longer, held up in buns, and the clothes they wear might not be the most fine fabric, but where most of the commoners of the town of Barovia and Valaki wear pretty plain colors. These guys have bright colors and jewelry. It's probably pewter jewelry, like it's really nothing important or valuable in that sense, but they are more exaggerant in their attire than other people you've met.
Okay.
What are you guys looking at?
We're
I would
just
like to ask.
observing the area.
I would like to ask the barkeep about those Vistani. And then whenever Eric, if he makes his way back to the table, as soon as he does, I would like to try to make an impression upon him.
Yeah, Numlock, roll me a perception check real quick.
Perception?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
Wasted that one real quick.
This actually falls in line with your number, whatever that skill feat you have, which is like an eye for numbers or whatever.
Uh-huh.
You're checking people and kind of doing all this stuff, and there's 4 or 5. Well, at first, what appeared to be dirty mugs on the bar, and your brain has watched Eric wipe them all, and then a couple minutes later, start wiping the same ones again. And, that little part of your brain that keeps track of those weird, there's 5 dirty mugs on the bar. Well, he's already wiped the second one in. He's wiping it again.
It seems as though the people around here are not drinking, or perhaps not drinking as much as might be portrayed.
It's about
I look
maybe
around.
20 minutes later. Eric will come by again to see if you need refills of anything.
Well, before he comes back, like, I want to look and see, like, is anybody else drinking any alcohol?
Well,
Yeah.
Ismark at the bar, as we heard him say.
Yeah, Ismark is, but, like, anybody else?
Yeah, the other commoners all seem to have mugs in front of them. The Vistani have 2 bottles on the table with, glasses full of wine in front of them, as if they've probably split those bottles at the moment.
Interesting. So as he comes back, I will attempt to make an impression.
Yeah.
And can I add my eye for numbers circumstance bonus to that?
Sure.
Okay. And then with that, I'll just say Eric, I've noticed that you have wiped the same glasses multiple times. I wonder if there might be some sort of obsessive issue going on, and genuinely trying to let's I might be wasting this, but I'm gonna do it this early in the episode.
Okay.
What do you have to get to pass that?
Generally, standard checks are like 15, just kind of depending on the situation. With the 30, yeah, you kind of point out that he had cleaned the mugs again, and he goes, he sort of shakes his head almost out of a fog, right? He goes, sometimes there's so much going on here, you just sort of forget you already cleaned something, I guess thanks for pointing that out. We got a couple people, and he sort of nods a little bit to Ismark. He's like, that require a little bit more attention than some of the other guests, and you just forget where you were.
I fully understand. Now, if I may pose a query, the Vistani at the other table, what might you know about them? As our what's the word I'm looking for? Very formal word. The Vistani seem to have a poor reputation in areas outside of Barovia.
You see him kind of, his grin kind of becomes slightly sarcastic. He doesn't really let out a laugh, but he goes, yeah, well, those guys over there might not really look like it, but I'm related to them. A couple cousins of mine. The town of Barovia isn't quite as well off as Valaki or even Kresk. And he sort of looks up, like as if he's looking up towards Castle Ravenloft, which is kind of just that looming cliff face a couple 100 feet above the town of Barovia. And he goes, the shadow kind of creates dark, depressing energy around here. To be honest with you, everybody's money is good here in the town of Barovia.
But why might the Vistani have such a poor reputation?
That might be something you gotta ask them about. If you believe the stories we were told when we were kids, that, the Vistani pledge allegiance to the Count, and people, he's a monster, and all those things, and so I think people just associate them with evil. I've never seen the guy. Taxes could be a little less sometimes, and sometimes I've heard if you're not paying the taxes or whatnot, you get bullied a little bit, but I guess that could be on the burgomaster.
And you would posit that the Vistani are, in fact, not evil.
He sort of looks over his shoulder at those guys, and he goes, I don't know, they haven't done anything that I would call evil.
That is the end of my query. Thank you.
Yeah, another round of ale, another bottle of wine. You guys look like you've been through some stuff. You need rooms for the night? We got a couple bunks. I can bring a mat, or I got a couple rooms that have 2 beds. I can bring a pad in, though, if the 3 of you want to be in one room.
Unnecessary. I merely need to stand in a corner.
That would be wonderful, except for the extra pad.
All right, well, it's 5 silver pieces a night.
I'll slap 5 silver pieces down on the table.
And again, with rather quickness, he grabs it and produces a key and says, just go through that door right there. It'll be the first door on the right.
No.
You keep asking about these gentlemen, but why don't we just go over there and then introduce ourselves?
Why don't you guys do that? Maybe Hobokinn, if you want to maybe bond with them, challenge them to a drinking game.
I mean, it's 3 against 1. That's not fair to them.
Exactly. So
Aren't they supposed to be nicer to people?
yes, but if you're getting along great, you can challenge them to a drinking contest, and then maybe Numlock can find some good information.
As you guys
I
are
see?
kind of having this
Right.
conversation, the gentleman who was at the bar, is a little drunk, walks over and sits at the empty chair at your table.
I
And
was
he
just going to walk over to him while they go through the other
Yeah,
guys.
and he-
as
and
well,
he-
but he came to us. It's like
puts
I
down a-
fished him in.
puts down a bottle of wine and kind of, the 3 of you adventurers? Squints and blinks his eyes just a little bit.
Yes.
Um,
In fact,
I'm gonna
we are.
kind of get up and move myself as they're having this conversation.
Indeed.
What are you called?
My name is Ismark. I'm kind of an important person around here. It's my father is the leader of this town. He's the burgomaster. And yeah, so I like to make sure I meet anybody new to town. So welcome, sit. Let's enjoy this bottle and tell me about yourselves. Where do you come from?
Well, Ismark, I am Enigmar Kenai. The pleasure is all mine to meet you. I am from far away. That's all I got. I don't have the hometown. I don't know the name of it. I didn't go that far in my backstory.
Poor soul has no home. I am called Numlock. I am in searching for my master, the great wizard, named Eon. He is in a tower far to the south or north. I can't remember which. I think it's
Oh.
south. I think.
Yeah, we had a wizard come through town probably a little over a year ago. Can't quite seem to remember his name, though.
I'll describe him. You'd be like, describe his physical features.
Well, vaguely familiar. I mean, I remember a kind of an eccentric character and in a robe, and pretty. You could tell he was a wizard or something from a distance, but yeah, it could be. He left town of Barovia, heading to Valaki, and it was last I saw of him. I mean, I heard that some sort of rebellion was raised against Count Strahd, and but I don't think anybody from here was involved in that. I heard it was destroyed pretty quickly.
Quite interesting. Now, query, if I may. Your father, this burgomaster, does he swear allegiance to anyone?
Well, I mean, kind of. I mean, his oath of office, I guess you could say, or is to the Count, as he oversees each of the places here. But I don't think my father trusts him.
Has he ever been invited to the castle?
Years ago.
And he was not waylaid by wandering spirits or monsters?
Not that I'm aware of.
Curious.
Kind of, I mean, I know it's not too dangerous if you stay to the old Svalich Road, but traveling really anywhere in Barovia can be dangerous. Forests are wild.
If I may, what do you know of this Count Strahd?
Well, I mean, some say he's a vampire, some sort of immortal monster.
This we can confirm.
Are you aligning yourselves with the Count?
That is to be determined. He did seem very nice when we met him. Far nicer than what I've heard of the Baron of Valaki.
Oh, you guys have been to Valaki.
Indeed.
Only for a day.
Oh. How did you meet with the Lord there?
In fact, we did not get the chance. We were summoned to meet with Count Strahd as we completed another quest for the Tavern Keep in Valaki, and whisked away to Count Strahd's castle.
Oh, and then how'd you guys end up here, town of Barovia?
We fled for our lives.
Oh, so you're enemies of Strahd now?
Undetermined.
His
I don't
house
think
did not
so.
like us.
He seemed nice to us, but the house itself attacked us.
When he asks if you're enemies of Strahd and you sort of, undetermined is your reply, Enigmar, you notice that for a moment there was some sort of change in his demeanor. Not in an aggressive way. But we are going to, as you guys are having that conversation, we're going to flip over to Hobokinn real quick. who is approaching these Vistani men. Approach the Vistani men.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you doing today?
The one on the same side of the table. Hello. We are enjoying ourselves. And you?
I am good. The barkeep said you were his cousins. Is this true?
They sort of chuckle a little
closer.
bit. And you... Yeah, enough removed where we don't have his ugly face. They sort of give a chuckle.
Oh no. Let's see what he says.
I was told to not make fun of appearances anymore. Maybe he ugly, maybe he not. Haha? Is that funny? Is that supposed to...
And they sort of look at you, tilt their heads a little bit, and the one is sort of kicks the chair a little bit and, and points to it for you to take a seat. Ah, yeah, you can totally laugh at Eric, it's fine. What brings you and your friends here to town of Barovia? You look like you've seen some fighting.
Well, I mean, it was a nice town. We got a ride. It was from a big pony. It was on fire, so that was a little weird. I think I should probably repair the window I broke. But I've seen a couple of fights. What bring you to town?
You broke a window of a carriage?
No, I was in the Strudel von Beachtown person's castle, and he gave us food, and he told us to view the castle, and we walked around a bit. But then we went upstairs, and like something came out of nowhere, and then unfortunately I had to jump out of a window.
And they sort of all three of them sit up, and you can tell that the one called the perplexed commoner is a female. And they all sort of sit up and go, "You were in Castle Ravenloft? You met with Count Strahd?"
Yeah, he actually was a nice guy. He gave us food. Look, I still have some. And I'm going to dump the entire contents of the food that I got.
And it is
from the castle onto
slightly
the table.
More sour than when you first entered the tavern. It is decomposing quickly. And they sort of shake their heads and look at you.
You can have some. He said I could take.
They all sort of nod and put their hand up, and the one who's been talking to you is like, "It is fine. We're okay. We're not hungry. We've had some of Eric's stew, which smells about the same, but presented a little bit better."
Ha 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 ha! That's a joke, right? I am allowed to laugh.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Laugh away. So. And he sort of leans over to you. He's like, "Did the three of you come through the mist? Or are you brought here some other way?"
I mean, I came by way of walk. I walked here. Well, no, the pony gave me a ride.
No, into Barovia.
Yeah, I walked here. I walked into town. Like this.
Right.
Maybe I not understand it.
No, that's... You walked here. I got it. You're not from Barovia, though. Correct? I've never seen you here before.
No, I am from Baltimore. It is not a big city, but not small. It's not as oh, I don't want to insult your people. It is not as it's more light. There's more light.
All right. He pours you a glass of wine, and he says, "Well, drink with us, my friend. Tell us about this bright city of yours, and maybe we will share a story of our own."
Well, it was a nice town. It's got a lot of like feather clothing. It's lot of headbands. We like to get together a lot. It's more shiny. I mean, we're not rich, but I would say we're not poor. I'm kind of poor right now, but
Yeah, I saw you guys bought rooms here for the evening.
what do you mean you saw us? But
Oh, I saw you talking to Eric. As people who don't regular, an interesting group. So we just sort of watched to see what was going on.
in keeping in line of what Numlock was saying earlier about these guys, and now noticing that they're noticing us buying the room, can I guess make a perception check on what his reasoning for asking me that was?
Yeah, you can do kind of like a little sense motive to use perception.
Oh, no, not bad. Hey.
With the 20, you sort of... You think that these three have more to do with this tavern than what it appears. You know, it just appears that they are sitting around drinking, but they also seem to kind of know what's happening at all times. Shady, you don't think it's shady. If anything, you think that with the 20, maybe they own the place and they just let Eric work it.
Do you collect the rent on this place?
The one smiles at you and goes, No rent need to be collected. Well, I guess other than from the patrons and those who rent rooms for the evening. You're pretty perceptive. You're pretty quick. Yeah, we technically we own this place. I'll be honest with you. We don't get a lot of
if you own
adventurers.
this place, can maybe we have a gamble at maybe a cheaper rent? I see you already have the wine on table. Maybe we can have a drinking contest to it.
He looks you up and down, and he goes, I would be stupid to make that bet, my friend. You are almost twice my size. I drink merely for pleasure. And he sort of raises his glass a little bit and takes a swig. But I'll tell you what. What did Eric charge you for the rooms?
5 silver.
I don't think I know how to count. I don't know. But are you scared of a little drinking? I'm gonna use intimidating glare.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
He's trying to challenge a drink.
The local bar monsters are going to kill us now.
Sorry.
This is my fault. I told them to do a drinking contest so we could kind of distract them and gather info.
Well,
But
while
he's by
you're rolling
himself
that, we're gonna switch back to Enigmar and Numlock.
Oh, it's just a yes, okay.
Yeah, it's just a more or less talking to Ismark. So you guys have been talking to him for a little bit. He's sort of seems to be gearing this conversation to kind of get an idea of maybe your experience, and you know, if you are working for Strahd, and Enigmar, you think that he is asking questions to get a there's a big question he wants to ask, or there's something he wants to ask you, and he's sort of beating around the bush or trying to do it in a manner to where you don't know that he has like an ulterior motive. Just your natural investigatory instincts is leading you that direction.
Okay.
With a critical success on the intimidating glare, he like looks up at you and sort of goes wide-eyed and goes, "Look, my friend, I have no interest in a drinking contest with you, but I will tell Eric that whatever fee you had paid for the night is good for at least 3 nights. I have no reason to drink against you, but I'll make sure whatever price you paid was fair and equivalent for a few nights for you and your friends."
That is probably most wise. I'm gonna look over at the other two. Any of you would like to have a drink with me?
They sort of shake their heads and as no.
You know I don't bite. And I'll kind of stare off at the other one. Do they have any food on the table?
Well, the food you dumped, which you dumped all over the table, so it's a mixture of like bread and cheese that was like brought to your table now with the quickly decaying leftovers that you got from Castle Ravenloft.
You know, my glass seems to be a bit empty. Can you tell Eric to maybe bring me over one more?
Well, here, my friend, and he fills your glass, and he goes, "We'll send Eric over with another bottle. And before you depart, I think and he sort of looks at you for a second. And he goes, "You should go visit one of our other Vistani camps. Not too far from here."
What kind of camp?
Well, the matriarch of our family, Madame Eva, I think she'd be very interested to meet you. And I think, by your demeanor and, well, I know you would definitely find somebody to have a drinking competition with there, that camp. Just, I think you would fit in very well, my friend. It is not too far. It is between here and Castle Ravenloft, there's a river that runs by, and right at the bottom of the waterfall, you'll find, it's called the Seer Pools. Right there, you'll find our family.
Seer as an S-E-E-R?
T-S-E-R.
T-S-E-R. Okay.
Pool. To Seer Pool.
Is he nice like Von Beach? Booch? I don't know how to say his name. He's he red eyes.
In Count Strahd,
that's my description.
Venzorovich. I guess I would
He was a nice guy.
I mean,
They
I
say he
think-
bad, but I don't know. I met him. He was seemed very nice.
I think the Vistanis are friendly, and if you're willing to drink and have a merry time, I don't see that why they wouldn't be friends to all of you.
Yeah, that really sounds like a good time. I'm going to go back over there and tell them about the 3-night stay that you gave us. That's just very nice of you. Maybe we will see each other again.
Yeah.
What is your name?
Ah, sorry, I guess you surprised us when you sat down. Well, my name's Alenka. This is Mirabelle. That's Sorva.
It is nice to meet you. I am Hobokinn. Maybe we will see each other again since you run the joint. Enjoy the food. That's from Strahd. I will learn to say his name next time I see him.
Thank you.
And I'll just go ahead and head back.
Yeah.
Sprints over.
And as you
Guys,
get
guys,
back,
guys, we got a discount on place. They were a bit of what do you would I'm trying not to insult, but the only thing I remember is the chicken. And we have 3-night stay for the price of one.
This is phenomenal news. Thank you, Hobokinn.
Well
It's
done.
amazing what a
I knew you'd
good bit
do
of
it.
drinking will do for a group.
Yes.
Ismark, you were about to ask us a question.
And it seemed like you had something very important to say, but are afraid to say it. So go ahead and say it. We won't judge you either way.
well, I guess I just want to know what your plans in Barovia are. Are you staying in the town of Barovia? Are you gonna head back to Valaki?
We'll be here for 3 days now, for the price of one. So we'll be staying in town for 3 days.
Well, why don't
At least
you dine at my house tomorrow evening, the Burgomaster's mansion, and we can continue our conversation. It is starting to get late, and I must get home.
A wonderful offer, yet you see, I am equipped with no food receptacle.
No, stop saying that.
Well, your presence, friendly drinks and conversation like this, but in a more friendlier, intimate, getting to know our new friends in town. I mean, I am the Burgomaster's son, so anybody that wishes to be in town for a time, it would be hospitable for us to invite you for dinner and learn about our possibly new citizens.
Can I do some sort of a check to see if he's if he's being forthcoming about all of this? Or does he have some sort of an ulterior motive more than just getting to know the local adventurers who just popped into town and said to have been to Strahd's house?
He definitely does, because I already noticed.
Roll me a perception, and if you have anything that would apply to social encounters, you can add that too.
Well, not at this point, I don't think. Okay, I'll just go ahead and roll it. Oh! This lubricant is quite good.
With a 9, you think that you don't think he's hiding anything, but even with a 9, a natural 1, you get the sense that he wants to have a private conversation with you guys. It is very obvious that whatever Enigmar is picking up, he doesn't want to say here.
Cool.
Numlock, it should be fine. Bismarck, please just have some lubricant for Numlock instead of food. But I do know Hobokinn will be more than happy to eat the food that you would have supplied to Numlock.
Yes, I gave actually away all the food that Storad gave us to the other people over there. Then I'll point at the table with all of the food that I just dumped on it.
Yeah, you see Eric is over there taking it off the table.
Because they didn't like it.
Or Eric has to clean up
Well,
after Hobokinn.
Perfect. The Burgomaster's mansion is just down the street there. Arrive around dinner, and we will have a great conversation. And I will see you fine gentlemen all tomorrow.
Before you leave, Ismark, is there somewhere in this town of Barovia, this is Barovia, right? Like
Mhm.
the town. Yeah. Before we go, is there anything that you would say would be a good place to check out in the morning before we head to your place for dinner?
Well, we're not a big town. There's Bildreth's Mercantile, which is just kind of on the other side of the intersection there. If you need to restock on any goods, he's got a fair amount of things. And just the sites, I guess you can go if any of you are religious. You can head to the Church of the Morning Lord, and Father Donovan is there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. And he departs the tavern.
What was that?
That was Ismark. He is the son of the Burgomeister and invited us for dinner, where he has some questions that he would like to ask us without wandering ears.
You know, I got invited to a place.
Tell us about it.
It is Adam Eva. It's a place that is south from here. It's by the river bottom. It's by the down there. It's a cedar pool. They said I can have a drinking contest there, and that they would like me. See, maybe you were right. If I nice to people, people nice back.
There you go. It is the golden rule, after all, to treat others how you would like to be treated.
Yeah, but I also cut people.
Yeah, well, you want people to cut you down in battle, right? That's how you would like to die?
Hey,
See,
Well,
that's why you cut people.
that makes sense. The one guy I was talking to, the chicken, it is Alanka. The girl is Mirabel, and the other one was Sorva. They asked me about my town, but their eyes lit up when I said about Rod.
Well, that
It
is,
seems kind of weird.
So as you
We'll
guys
see where
are,
that
finishing the last of the food and maybe enjoying another mug or two of ale, most of the townsfolk leave shortly after Ismark, and now it is just pretty much you and Eric in the tavern. And it is getting probably close to about midnight. Are you guys doing anything in particular?
I'm okay with heading to the room.
Yeah, at this point, I just want to get rid of this enfeebled condition.
Yeah, I will take perception checks from everybody now.
That damn Eric making us be perceptive.
Hey, not bad.
Very perceptive.
Bad.
Not very perceptive.
It's maybe a little after midnight as you guys head to the room, and Numlock, you can hear as Eric is going around and closing windows and sort of locking up the tavern for the night. Sounds like wolves howling off in the distance, but you're in the middle of town, and that they sound closer than you would think they would sound. But other than that, you guys head to bed without incident.
Woohoo.
Very cool. I will go
Rest
into
for the
standby
night.
mode, but is there a window in this room?
Yes. Yeah, you guys will be in this room right here. I'll drag you over to it.
I will go into standby mode, staring straight out the window.
That way he can stop any vampire spawns from trying to eat me again.
Yeah.
We do have a stake each.
Yeah.
I'll say rolling over your 23, because that is a pretty good perception. We'll kind of roll those over for the evening. There is a point in the night, maybe after you kind of come out of your trance, your little resting state, that you do notice some shadows sort of run through the bushes and trees, and they don't seem to be humanoid in shape, as if maybe the wolves you heard earlier have ran through town.
Do I continue to hear them after they?
Yes,
Pass
so
by.
We'll say when you first heard them, it sounded maybe like they were on the east of town, and then you maybe see them and hear them run through town, and then the howls disappear as they sort of head west out of town.
I will stand by with my great sword at the ready for if any of them try to burst through the window.
Yeah, the rest of the evening goes uneventful. The next day arrives, and you guys are all healed up. You can do long rests to regain all of the things back.
All right. And I'll, as everybody is waking up, status update. The wolves we heard last night passed in front of our window, almost as shadows in the night. Perhaps they are keeping watch on us.
That would make sense. We have heard that they are that of Strahd, and Strahd wants us to convince the people here that he is not bad.
Query.
Maybe,
I wonder
maybe
how
he got
one-
a good deal on the castle, and the castle is still kind of spooky. Maybe he's actually a nice guy.
Hobokinn, I wish that I might dignify that with a response, but I don't know that I might be able to find a response suitable to that statement. So I will leave it lie.
Right, the next morning comes.
You're always so smart.
You are all awakened by the smell of fresh, sweet breads and coffees, or anything breakfasty like that. And you go out, and Eric has plates for you and cups for you the moment he sees you. There is nobody else in the tavern at this particular moment in time. But you guys are free to do what you would like for the day. I can...
Let's
Yeah.
let's get out of the inn and go check around like the stores and stuff, and maybe we can hit up the church because we only got a little bit of the day. Restock, then go to church.
Sounds good to me.
You guys
Let's see.
are pretty much right here, or at least in this general area of town on the corner of Collian Street and the Old Fallich Road. The end of the street being the Burgomaster's mansion. Across the street, you see, if you ask Eric, he tells you exactly where Bildrath's Mercantile is, pretty much on the other side of the intersection here. And then up Church Road is the church. And those are pretty much the three main points of town if you sort of ask Eric or inquire. One thing you do notice as you step out is that this area, maybe it's because, there's the giant cliff and the Castle Ravenloft is looming over everything, and you can sort of see every now and again the castle kind of comes out of the fog. The fog feels thicker today. The sky seems even darker, and it doesn't feel like it is daytime at all. You see people walking around with shuttered lanterns and such like that. Where are you guys off to first?
The mercantile, first and foremost.
Yeah, so you head across the street to Bildrath's Mercantile. The sparse light coming from this building spills out from behind heavy drawn curtains. A sign over the door reads Bildrath's Mercantile. And it's a rather large building. You can tell from the outside it has a little courtyard in the back where you might see a couple wagons maybe being worked on or for sale. But you enter this long kind of warehouse-like establishment, and you see a man kind of lounging behind the counter, and he is sort of yelling or disciplining a large boy. Definitely a younger male, probably around the age of 16, 17, but is a little over 6 feet tall. Maybe Hobokinn, you might think he's a half giant. And you guys enter the mercantile, and the guy behind the counter sees you and goes, "Hi, welcome. Let me know if there's anything specific you need."
Yes, do you have things that most call potions?
I don't deal too much in magic fairs. It's not a lot around here. So probably not. And you see him turn and he goes, "Periwimple, I told you to get to the highest shelves and not to break anything." And he kind of yells at the kid again. And the kid just shrugs and goes, "All right, uncle." And sort of continues sort of dusting and cleaning shelves. Look around. And I guess I can go in the back and see if I have any potions and stuff. I don't think I do though.
Who is Periwinkle?
Well, that would be me. The boy turns around and he's got like a broom in his hand, and he's dusting the shelves with the broom. And he's that. I'm Periwimple. Nice to meet you.
Periwimple. I apologize for the mispronunciation of your name. I expected to see a blue-winged monkey with a name like that.
You've seen a blue-winged monkey named Periwimple?
No.
I was waiting for you to say yes. Of course. Haven't you?
Perhaps my data analyzers in my memory banks are not functioning together correctly.
I mean, that's my nickname. I mean, my real name is Parpool.
Stick with Periwimple.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. Wait, are you guys adventurers?
Do we meet that definition? I look back at the other two.
Technically, yes.
People keep telling us we
We haven't been investigating, but we haven't gone on adventures. But we do fit the category.
Well, you have really cool armor, and he points at you, Numlock. And he goes, "I know I've seen some soldiers before. I've never seen anybody in armor, but there was one time that I took some goods over to the Burgomaster's mansion, and he has a suit of armor in like the main entryway, and that was really cool. Yours looks a lot smaller than that, though."
Perhaps it belonged to a giant. For you see, I am walking suit of armor, or an equivalent. I am made entirely of metal.
Whoa. So, like, you're not like a person in there?
I must ponder on that query. I was constructed as an assistant to a very powerful wizard.
Whoa. That's... Are you the powerful wizard? And he, like, points at you, Enigma.
No, I am no wizard at all.
Oh.
I am an investigator. I spent 1,000 years of my life trying to figure out who stole my juice box.
You're 1,000 years old?
Yes, we elves tend to live. To be
You're
over
an
1,000.
elf? Whoa, I've never seen elf. I've heard about elves before. I think like a couple years ago, before I was born, so like I guess more than a couple years ago, we had some elves come through, for what I've been told. And I guess there's, I don't know, I guess there's some elves that live outside of Valaki that I've heard about. Some of the hunters, when they're at the Blood of the Vine, and he sort of like looks to the back door where his uncle had gone off to see if he has any potions for you. They told me that there's some elves here in Barovia, but I haven't seen one.
Well, I am happy to be your first.
Cool.
That is what his mother said yesterday.
Wait, you know his mother?
My mom's dead. That's why I live with my uncle.
Perhaps my humor detectors are malfunctioning. I'll just bang the side of my head.
Well, wait, the last place we went to, people were getting up after they were dead. Maybe he did speak to her.
I did not speak
Well-
to this individual, Periwimple's mother.
Well, you know, and he sort of like takes a step up to you guys and sort of leans in and he goes, I've heard that every now and again a dead body will come out of the cemetery, and sometimes at night you can see the ghosts of the dead people come down Church Road through the town. I haven't seen it. I went out once with some friends to try to see it, but it didn't happen.
Do you
Maybe
know
we
what
can see
is-
them one night.
Do you know what is supposed to trigger such an event?
I mean, I've heard my uncle say that, you know, Barovia is evil, the ground is evil, and I hear stories about evil wizards and stuff who bring back the dead. So I guess that wouldn't make sense. Does that make sense? If like the ground you bury somebody in is evil, will they come
What
back?
was the father's name at the church again?
Father Donovan,
Father Donovan.
or the one here?
Is this
the one here in
Yeah.
town? Is Father Donovan?
is this Father Donovan an evil wizard?
No, Father Donovan's a pretty nice guy. I don't talk to him too much. I don't really go to church. He's kind of been sad since his son died. But he's a nice guy. Gets some stuff from us from time to time. But I think he used to be happier. Before his son died. It was really sad.
I calculate a possibility, or shall I say probability, of this Father Donovan knowing the instance of the dead raising from the ground to be interested in such an event pertaining to his son at 37%.
Well, we've been hearing about that happening and since before I was born. So, I mean, maybe I don't think Father Donovan's doing it. It's been happening for a lot longer than that, I think.
Periwimple, shall we go talk with Father Donovan to see if we might put a stop to this haunting?
I guess you can. Yeah, if you guys are adventurers, and if it makes the town safe, yeah, you
This
should.
guy really is a teenager.
He's just a
I guess.
huge teenager. And the uncle comes back, a couple minutes later and goes, Periwinkle, continue working. He's like, yes, sir. And starts, sweeping stuff up again. And he looks at you guys, well, I don't have any potions, but I have some unguents and ointments and things. And he pulls off like a little, effectively a healer's kit. And he puts on the counter and he goes, I got this. Put this together.
Look over at Enigmar. Perhaps you could make use of this.
What is it?
A healer's kit?
A healer's toolkit. And he goes, well, I can't part with it for less than 75 gold. It's some rare materials here in Barovia.
Is this? Do you already have a healer's kit?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't need one, and I pull out mine.
He goes, well, this one here, this one I think is has some extra stuff in it, and this would effectively be a healer's toolkit expanded, which would give you an extra +1.
But I can't afford 75 gold.
I will.
Combined, we would have to.
Yeah, no, it would probably be worth it.
Enigmar, roll me a diplomacy, as he is kind of going over the stuff that's in the bag and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, definitely some rare ingredients you don't see a lot of. Some of those ointments and stuff you've maybe used very infrequently. So 75 gold seems like a fair value.
It's fine. It's not worth it for now.
All right, well, I can't say it won't be here too long, but if you want to come back and get in, I'll keep it all together for you. What brings you all to town? You don't look like you're from here. It's rare that we have newcomers to town.
We were in the neighborhood, and we needed a place to stay that wouldn't try to kill us. So we came here.
Right. Well,
Truthfully, I was looking for more magical means of healing. But
good luck. I don't even think Father Donovan can do any magic.
Is there something suppressing magic in the area?
Suppressing magic? You mean killing magic? I don't know how long you guys have been here, of what you've heard, but anybody who really does any worthwhile magic is gonna get put on Count Strahd's radar, and probably, well, I'm sure most of them are somewhere in Castle Ravenloft.
Interesting. The more we learn about this town, the more oppressive its leadership seems to be.
Well.
Do you know where I could maybe find a blacksmith or someone who sell maybe a weapon or two?
I've got a few weapons, and he kind of points over to a wall, and you can see a smattering of a few weapons. A couple bows, a good amount of arrows, swords, things like that. Not in the best shape. They're sharp, but they're not really in the best shape. Like, they haven't really been taken care of 100% properly. Was there something in particular you were looking for?
Is there like axes on there?
Yeah, you see he's got a hatchet or two. Roll me a d6.
There wouldn't be any like precious materials or runes, would there?
You don't see anything like that. Yeah, he has not like a great axe, but he's got a couple decent axes. Your stuff is better for sure.
You do have a nice assortment, but I think I will trust my axe at this point.
Well, if you ever need a new one, you just come to Old Bildreth's. We'll get you set up.
Do you have anything special here? Anything like cool that you're maybe happy to show?
Roll me a diplomacy. No, everything I got is out here. I don't keep too much in the back. There's a couple things I'm working on, and kits I'm still in the middle of throwing together.
Well, maybe one day when I come back, you will have something cool to show me.
Yeah, sure, maybe.
Also, I have a question. How big is this man? Is he like the same size as the person?
No, his nephew is almost twice. This guy is, 5'4", 5'6", kind of portly, maybe balding a little bit on the top of his head. Gives off kind of slimy snake oil salesman vibes.
How are you related to the big man?
His mother is my sister. Bless her heart. She
How did he get so big?
his father was a pretty big guy. Not quite that big. I don't know. Maybe we just got lucky, I guess. Something farther down in genetics.
He seemed like he doesn't exactly fit in this environment. He looked like he need to maybe go outside and train. A big boy like him shouldn't be cooped up in a small place like this.
There's nothing better than learning the mercantile business. He'll take over. Well, maybe he'll take over my shop one day. If I can teach the kid a
Can
thing
I
or
look
two.
over at him to kind of be like, hey, come here.
He walks over and awkwardly, stands there holding his broom.
What do you dream of being if you were not to be here?
And he sort of is looking at his uncle.
No, don't look at him. Look at me.
I mean, I don't really know what you're asking. I don't.
Like when I was about your size, we're probably just relatively close, right?
He is, yeah. So effectively, the biggest difference is going to be you've been swinging axes and stuff your entire life, so your muscles are more defined. But he is probably exactly the same size as you.
When I was about your size, I dreamed to be. Maybe I did want to be an adventurer. But I wanted to not be at home, and I wanted to get stronger, and I don't know. Well, maybe something of that sort. Do you have a dream?
I mean, I would love to be a hero. I guess. I mean, I don't know how you would be a hero in Barovia. I've gone hunting a couple times, but I don't. I like the shop. I'd be happy to take it over. There's nowhere really
Shopkeep,
to do
how much
it.
is his pay for the day?
Such personal information.
I think he's trying to recruit him. He's going to be like, I'll pay you the same amount of money. You
I'm
come.
Kid is gonna freaking die.
I'm not going to discuss with you what I pay my employees or my family.
You come
Boy
be
is
my-
well taken care of. What is this line of work? Are you gentlemen going to purchase something, or are you just here to harass me? And you can see that with that, the Periwinkle sort of stands up a little bit taller. His shoulders go back a little bit as his uncle sort of starts to get a little gruff with you. If you're not going to
We
buy
are in
anything,
need
I ask
of
that you
an
leave my
adventurer.
shop.
We're in need of an adventurer to help us out with a problem of things coming back from the dead. He seems like a strong individual. I would like to see if I can recruit him for maybe one night
The
to
boy
help
has
us with this
never
event.
swung a sword at anything real. You know, every now and again I catch him in the yard, and you can see he kind of gives him a side eye, swinging some of the swords. But he's never been in a real fight. Kick some people out of here from time to time, but look at him. He's your size, and he's naturally strong. It's never really been a fight. I'm not going to put him in danger.
I would be his personal protector. And I'm going to use intimidating glare. Like specifically glare, not
Okay.
anything different. Shit. I do need a target, unfortunately.
Let me do.
Hopeful
Holy
not.
shit, that's a huge target.
Yeah, the map was small, so I made you guys' tokens small.
That is a very big 5-4.
Ooh.
Yeah, you stare this guy down, and he, shrinks a little bit, and he goes, "Leave, or I will call the guards. I will call the town guards and have you arrested for harassing me." And you see kind of Periwinkle, realizing you're the same size as him, he kind of steps in between you and his uncle, and he goes, just leave. Don't cause any trouble, and we won't have to call the guards.
I'm gonna look over at him, the periwinkle, and I'm gonna whisper, "Show how strong you are," and I'll pretend to I'll give him a wink of I'm not trying to be strong, but trying to let him throw me out. I want him to throw me out. I will heed to his strength.
Go ahead and roll me a diplomacy. And this is going to be a tough one because this kid is simple-minded.
Seems reasonable.
Ooh.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
25.
Wow.
You sort of maybe act like you're pushing him, right? As you kind of lean in to say something, and he sort of grabs you and kind of like some sort of natural instinct takes over, and you sort of go with it, right? Like you're allowing him to sort of best you at this moment, and he picks you up. You're probably 260 pounds, if not more, with all your gear, and he gets you off the ground without really straining. And the other two, you're watching this. And Enigmar and Numlock, I would say you guys have been around Hobokinn enough to know that he's not being aggressive. You've seen it a few times. And Periwinkle goes, "Just leave." Very forceful. And he, picks you up and sort of doesn't necessarily toss you, but moves you towards the door.
I'll just say, oh, I would not want to tussle with such a strong lad. Allow me to leave. I start making my way towards the door.
And I go, now that those nuisance are gone, will you show me your wares, sir?
You can leave with your friends.
As I'm
Fine.
being escorted out, I knew you were stronger than you looked.
Next
I would
time
not
you
want
come
to
back,
tussle with a man like you.
don't bring that brood of yours, and maybe we can do business. But for the day, the shop is closed to you.
Fine. And I leave. I light the store on fire. No, just kidding.
Oh my god.
So you guys are on the street.
No.
Periwinkle has shut the door. And yeah.
Let's head to the church.
Right.
Thanks, Hobokinn. I wanted to buy some stuff. But they didn't have any potions or
I was
anything.
trying to sell you something that we didn't even have we had enough money, but we'd have none. And then remember, you starve? We don't want to do that.
I don't
Go
wanna
ahead
starve.
and make me perception checks as you guys sort of head up Church Road.
Oh,
Son of
yeah.
It was on the 13 and then it rolled off. Man,
That's
I
right.
suck.
Hobokinn, you notice first, up pretty much like on the corner here, as you guys turn around and are walking through the fog, that there is a little boy standing in the middle of the street, crying, holding a little teddy bear, and just wailing, does not know how to control the emotions going through. He's maybe 4, 5 years old, maybe. That is going on with him, and he is just wailing, crying. And you can sort of make out the words. It just sounds like monster.
Draw my
Little
great sword.
boy.
Sprint at the little boy. No.
He said something about a monster. He's crying.
Well, then let's go see
Approach.
what it is.
Child, query. Would you point us towards this monster?
He just looks at you, and from the gate of this house here, a little girl, probably 8 or 9 years old, comes running out, and she goes, "Thorn, what did I tell you about running in the street? Oh, hello. Are you
Hello.
are you here? Are you here to kill the monster in the house?"
Sure thing.
We would like to know the nature of such a monster before we commit to vanquishing such a foe.
Oh, sorry, Numlock.
Our parents came and got us and woke us up and just told us to run, that there was a monster in the house, and Thorn ran out into the road, and I don't. They're still in there, and our parents are in there too.
What are we waiting for? And I will start to move forward. I don't know if you're going to pause this.
Start moving forward as
you
well.
guys can start moving forward.
Okay.
And I'll get right up to the door frame.
Yeah,
Can
and so
I,
this first door
proceed?
isn't. It's kind of like a gated portcullis into like an entryway, and then you can see that is open, but the front door, further in that entryway, is closed. You guys can continue to do stuff.
Okay. Check the door. Is it locked?
It does not appear locked. It doesn't even appear to be completely closed, but enough to where you can't see inside.
Can we hear anything coming from the other side?
Make perception check.
I'll probably roll on that one this time.
Not good.
But I did change the color of my dice to hope that maybe I can get better rolls. There we go.
You know. And a few things
You might have knocked my dice, but it already registered.
Enigmar, you. Well, it's strange because you don't hear anything. You hear like natural sounds of like a house, maybe the shutter slamming against the door, maybe just kind of the natural creaking of what would be a house this size. But you don't hear people or a monster or anything like that.
I don't hear anything. Could
I'll
we have
yell
been?
back. Oh, sorry.
Could we have been tricked?
Look back at the kids. Are they still standing there crying?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to yell back to see if they were there.
They have now kind of are on the inside of the yard at the gate, just standing there looking at you as you guys are entering the house.
When you say looking at, are they like watching
I was expecting something.
intently? Are they like still crying or?
Yeah, Thorn seems to still be crying, and the girl seems to be watching you intently, yes.
Okay, now I just like, I don't trust these kids. Just kind of like nudge the door open with the blade of my sword. Beep.
And yeah, the door opens, and it is a nice entry hallway. You can see, a couple portraits on the wall. One looks to be a family of 4. The 2 children sort of matching the descriptions of the 2 outside. And yeah, just nice rug. All very well
This house
crafted things.
This isn't that house that was down. Was that down towards the south end of or was that the burgomaster's house?
That's the burgomaster's house. This is just a random house on your way to the church from the mercantile.
This house is quite nice. Much nicer than I expected to see walking through town. Check this door.
Enigmar, as you sort of are walking through, something kind of catches your eye as there are designs on the stone walls. Seem to be kind of wooden panels that have these intricate designs in them. At first it's flowers and nymphs and satyrs and things like that, but your kind of little your mind starts to really kind of take it all in, and you start to notice that it is serpents and skulls are sort of also interwoven into these murals.
Would I be able to check further into the room about this? Or maybe...
You can roll me a
Call of knowledge or
society,
something?
or yeah, you can roll a society.
Here's my rolls. There they are.
Might I be able to join in or aid him on that in some way?
Is that something you would point out, Enigmar?
Yes.
Okay.
Then definitely.
Society, you said?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Man,
Shall
changing the die only helped once.
Yeah, Numlock, it's very strange. But you don't, you can't pin the design or any meaning to anything other than very just kind of eccentric or abstract. As you have, fairies and satyrs are these good creatures mixed in with skulls and serpents, which kind of represent more evil, I guess. But then the door into the next room is very ornate. It has like 2 panels of stained glass. No, just abstract stained glass leading into the main part of the house.
Okay. Can we hear anything coming from the other side?
Nothing.
Perception.
The same kind of almost eeriness.
Okay.
Of just the house itself.
Open the door.
And it leads
Ooh,
into a beautiful
big sword.
kind of main gathering area. There's multiple doors leading off into other rooms, a beautiful spiral staircase. And again, as you guys see this room here and sort of walk around it, the kind of murals where the mixing of this kind of fae and serpents seem to go all the way up the wall of the staircase and even intermixed into the railing.
Would maybe this room be a better way to clue me into what these are really?
No, it'll still use the same society check because it's
Okay.
kind of the same stuff.
Can I take a look at this sword?
Yeah, it is, just by your nature, it is an older style of greatsword. So, it's not as maybe intricately designed as some of the ones you're used to, or maybe even as comfortable to hold, or it's going to be, a well-kept sword, but a very simple leather handle, no fancy markings or anything like that.
Okay. Can I just... I'm probably going to kick myself for doing this. I just want to grab it and pick it up and hold it, feel the balance.
Yeah, you
Give
pick
it a
up,
quick
balance.
swing around. And...
It's a well-made greatsword.
Okay. Let's put it back down. Wonderful craftsmanship. And I guess just keep moving. Enigmar, do you sense
Yes.
anything else?
Do I sense anything else?
No. This room, again, you very quickly, see the designs, but there's really nothing else for you to notice.
I don't. Maybe one of us should open a door and check.
So we still see the children behind us.
Yes, and they're still standing there. They're kind of hard to see through the light and the fog, but you're still pretty sure you make out their silhouettes through the fog.
Okay.
I open my door.
Leads into a coat closet. There's like 4 black cloaks made of a nice material, not quite silk, just very nice heavy linen. And there's a top hat sitting on like the top shelf. That again seems to be well made and all well kept.
I wonder if I can ask them for that top hat after we kill this monster.
A weregild. I'll go ahead and open this door.
Leads into a formal dining room that looks like it is not set with food, but it is set for a meal.
Hold off before going in there, Numlock. There's still more doors to check in this room.
Should
The
we
one
maybe
thing-
go together and not be separated this time?
Yes.
We like to do that. And by we, I mean it's usually me.
The one
I'm
thing you
gonna open
notice, which is just something to point out, is that these chairs are very tall, wooden-backed chairs. You think they're 7 or 8 feet. The backs of them go that high at that dining room table. Enigmar, that leads into what looks to be a kitchen.
Kitchen. All right. And
You know, the stove is on, but you don't see any food being prepared or anything like that at the moment.
the stove is on and there's no one in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go turn off the stove so it doesn't burn down the house
Okay.
while we're in it. Okay.
It's a low. It's mostly, somebody probably just comes and stokes it to keep it warm, more than it's some raging cooking fire.
That's fine. I'm still going to shut it off. And then, because knowing my luck, it will end up burning down the house while I'm inside it to die.
There is something you notice over here. This little corner here kind of looks almost like a door. Is a dumbwaiter. So
Those are the things that go up and down, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
there's the little elevator part is here in the kitchen. So wherever this leads to is maybe another room or something like that. That servants would put something in there and pull it up to whoever needed something on the upper floors.
We might have to check the upstairs first. Let's go back out and check here.
Just another
Which is the
door.
dining room.
Yeah, all of the curtains by all the windows are very heavy wool. And as you guys enter the dining room, you notice that again there's wood paneling that is carved. Here it is this giant kind of looks to be here is a giant wood carving. It is a deer among trees.
Is that what I recognize as like symbolic of something?
It's just a beautiful photo, and there's like one. Let's see, which one is there is one that is depicting trees with twisted faces and wolves kind of lurking amid the foliage. Like, again, it has that weird sense of when you first look at it, it seems, beautiful and kind of merry, kind of like the other ones. And then as you inspect it longer, there seems to be some very dark art behind it. This one is like wolves, and the trunks are these misshapen faces. But when you take a step back or first look at it, it's like beautiful deers in these trees.
That is quite odd.
All right, let's go back, check the kitchen. There's another door in there.
Yes, it gives me the creeps. There's a door in here?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I open this door.
Yes.
It's a pantry
Anything in here?
full of food.
All right, let's head to the stairs now that we've checked all these rooms. I am your personal tour guide in this house I know nothing about.
Well, there is another door here that you haven't checked, in case you haven't
Let's
seen it.
check that door. Aha. Oh, shit.
Aha!
All right. This room
I see.
looks to be maybe a private study. You see mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a beautiful stag's head. There are stuffed wolves kind of throughout the room. These look like very comfortable leather chairs. There's like a smoking pipe and a couple bottles of wine on the table. This looks like there may have been a card game or something going on with a wardrobe.
Do I think maybe these stuffed wolves can come to life?
You don't know?
Can I roll something for that?
The children, they said,
can-
You
what
can
was
poke
it?
it.
There was a monster.
They use the description monster, right?
Yeah.
Is that their exact description?
Mm-hmm.
You can go ahead and roll me an Arcana.
Shit.
You do notice that the wardrobe here is locked. It does have a lock on it. Enigma, you don't get the sense of any magic coming permeating off
I'm
any
good.
of these wolves.
Oh, it would have been a 26 then if it was magic, because I would have had to add my bonus for my racial.
I believe it
Can I,
would
like,
be
kick it?
intrusive. The wolf?
Not like kick it, like shit kick it, but like instead of like pushing it with my hand, just kind of like check on it with my
Your
foot.
Yeah.
What, the wardrobe or the wolf?
The wolf.
Man, it feels like you're kicking a taxidermied wolf.
Whatever that feels like.
Yeah, I mean these wolves are about the same size as the ones that originally harassed you at camp and
Oh, wow.
drove you into Barovia. So they're big.
Okay.
I don't have anything to try to pick this door, so let's head up the stairs and
Yes.
see if the monster is there.
And I don't remember the
Good.
description involving locks. Perhaps it would be intrusive to unlock things which are not already unlocked.
Yes, but we're monster hunting. Maybe there's a thing that could help kill the monster. But who cares? Let's
You
head
guys do notice though as you go up the stairs that there are no more lights on in the house, and there's very little sunlight, so it is now rather dark.
All right, let me pull out a torch and light one.
Light a torch, perfect.
Okay. And I have low light vision, so
I am hoping to see with one of Enigmar's torches.
As you guys come to the second story, the first thing you notice right away is there's 4 suits of armor kind of standing in front of the hearth, kind of guarding the 2 main doors. And above the mantle, again, is another photo, a painted photo of a family. But in this one, there seems to be a baby in the mother's arms. It is Enigmar, you notice it is the exact same photo, same clothes, same everything, except for this one has an added baby to it.
This is the same photo as down there, except this one has a baby.
The implications of that are rather dire and unsettling.
After that,
Now, do I
And-
notice any? Oh, never mind.
No. What was your question?
No. I already did it with the baby and the poster.
Oh, gotcha.
But do these? Do I sense that maybe these suits of armor can come to life?
You guys can all roll me perception checks.
I wonder if these suits of armors might be the monster.
Well, Enigmar,
That's the second natural one I rolled tonight.
you don't think that armor is some sort of animated object or anything like that. But again, the walls, the wooden walls, all have these murals, and the ones up here are kind of young kids dancing around maypoles and those things like that, and chasing butterflies or what looks to be butterflies, but on closer inspection, it looks as if the kids are fighting swarms of bats. Again, that kind of first sense of a nice, beautiful portrait followed by some sort of maybe evil act or something like that. And the stairs do continue to go up on this side, just so you guys know. So here's the door right at the top of the stairs, these red marble stairs, and then you have a couple other doors sort of guarded by these armor sets holding spears, and their helmets are shaped like wolves too. Just kind of interesting.
I'm gonna touch the doorknob and then just like quickly look over at the armor, see if it does anything.
They don't move.
Open the door.
It seems to be a bedroom. Pretty simple bedroom. Nothing that really.
And yet there is another door.
You can see the dumbwaiter. This is where it goes up. So you would kind of put 2 to 2 together that this could possibly be servants' quarters. So where, obviously a servant would stay here and grab whatever was being delivered by the dumbwaiter and then deliver it to wherever else in the house it needed to go. But it looks like the dumbwaiter still continues to go up as well.
Okay.
But simple beds, simple mattresses.
Open this door.
Closet. Uniforms. All very tidy and clean.
What's that to
I'm gonna
the
come
next-
out here and yell as loud as I can.
Sort of echoes a little bit through the house. But you don't get any replies.
I want to open this door.
Okay.
Oh, and I am on guard for traps, even though this is like a random house.
Yeah. Seems to be a study or a library of some kind.
Well, no monster in here either.
I'll read you the description the book actually gives us. So, red velvet drapes cover the windows of this room. An exquisite mahogany desk and a matching high-back chair face the entrance and the fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. Situated in the corners of the room are two overstuffed chairs. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the south wall, and a rolling wooden ladder allows one to more easily reach the high shelves.
Do I see any, or can I look a little closer to see if there's anything special in here?
Yeah, can I see how many books are in here?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Okay. Can I just estimate real quick? I don't think I need to roll.
Well, you can roll me perception checks as well, but you estimate
okay.
hundreds of books.
Okay.
Say 327.
Wow, that is oddly specific.
With your perception checks, Numlock, as you are kind of doing a count, you notice that right here seems to be a strange space in the books, as these books are tightly packed, but for some reason, right in this general area, they seem to be sort of looser on the shelf. Full.
I'll signal over to the others. There seems to be a tome missing. I'll look behind it and see, is there anything in the book space? Any false backs or buttons?
Yeah, you notice there's a red-spined book that sticks out a little bit further, and upon inspecting it, you sort of touch it, and the wall itself shifts to reveal a secret room. Within the secret room is a dead body, sort of hunched over a chest. Skeletal remains. His body is completely decayed and has just left the skeleton here. And it seems to be holding something in its hand.
Does it look adult?
It does look about the size of a human adult, wearing nice, what would maybe one would call nobleman's clothing, sort of gross and slightly decayed over time, but still in very covered in dust, but still in good condition.
Question.
Uh-huh.
Knowing that we're looking for a monster and there's a dead body in front of a chest, would my character recall any knowledge of a mimic? Because I would figure that's what it is, but would he, who is an investigator and he investigates stuff? Because right now my thing is for finding out this monster. Who is this monster? My investigation.
You can give me a... Let's go with society.
Society?
Roll.
Okay. Damn.
The thought of maybe the monster being in this room as well, since now you found the dead body, and maybe your brain is going through the catalog of monsters that it could be, and you do think of Mimic for a moment, but Mimics normally eat everything they attack, so for the dead body to be here isn't quite the MO of a Mimic from what at least you can remember.
Be extremely careful when entering that room. The monster might be in here if there's a dead body.
I will have my greatsword aloft.
Yeah.
And poke it. Poke the chest.
I want to stand guard at the door, or the entryway, I should
and
say.
you poke the chest, and it's like poking a wooden chest with steel binds. It's sturdy.
Okay, I'll just try to insert the blade in between the lid and the body of the chest and just twist it to try to pry it open a little bit.
You think you're gonna have to actually get there and lift it. You can't quite get the leverage.
While he's doing that, can I investigate the body?
Sure. Roll me a perception on the body.
Said he was holding something, right?
Yeah, so he has it looks to be a scroll that is, wax sealed in his hands. And Igmar, as you lean down and sort of look at the body, you can tell instantly how this person had died. He has 3 darts kind of in his arm that look like it probably came from a trap that was in the chest.
Wait, Numlock, hold off.
Hmm.
And I'm going to use Trap Finder as well to try to figure out the mechanism to possibly show Numlock to maybe one of us can try to remove it.
Yeah. What does it say a skill associated with it, or if not, you
It-
just do the perception
plus
plus
one,
whatever? Yeah. That's fine.
+1, yeah. Fuck me.
With a 12, no, you look at this chest and you see actually where the 3 holes had shot this chest out, and you don't think that it's gonna it's not a magical trap, so it's not gonna reset itself, and obviously nobody has been here to reset the trap, so you don't think the chest is trapped any longer.
It looks like you might be okay to open it because the trap already went off and what killed this gentleman.
Okay. I will pry it open.
You pull the chest open, and there's quite a few things inside. First off is the chest contains 3 blank books with black leather covers. 3
Blank books?
Blank, yeah. So just 3 blank books, leather bound books. 3 spell scrolls. And a deed to a windmill. And a signed will.
Can I read the will?
And also the deed to this house.
Interesting. Okay, so we found 3. I'm going to type these in. 3 blank books with black leather bindings.
Deed to the house.
Deed to the house. 3 spell scrolls.
Yep. A deed to
And
a
a
windmill.
deed to the windmill.
And then a signed will.
And I would like to examine this will.
Yeah, the will is bequeathing the house, the windmill, and all family properties of Gustav and Elizabeth Durst to their children, Roosevelt and Thornbolt Durst, in the event of their parents' death.
Well, it looks like these wills go to the children as well as the deeds. So we must get rid of the monsters so they can live in their house again.
Are we for certain that the children downstairs are the Durst children? And who is this individual who
Still
trying to
holding a
get in,
letter
and-
or a scroll.
and why was he
Wait.
trying to get in here?
Can we take
was
that
it-
letter and read it?
Yes. So one thing you do notice as you pick up the letter, and Igmar, especially you right away, maybe even Numlock with your mind, that the seal on the letter is Strahd Van Zorovich's seal that you saw on the floor. It's kind of the raven sigil that was on the floor of that main entryway of Castle Ravenloft. And you open this letter, and it reads as such. My most pathetic servant. I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortunes spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son. Cursed by darkness? Of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Your dread lord and master, Strahd von Zorovich.
Another person thinking Strahd is a god, and we know that he said he hates that. Well, maybe this is the true monster. But we shall still check the house to see if there are possibly other monsters.
So from the letter we get that the family or whoever the letter was addressed to viewed Strahd as a god
Yeah, so
or a savior.
I would say just based on you guys have met Strahd and sort of talked to enough people that there seems to be a sect or a cult. Maybe this guy was related to the Druids or had their same beliefs, right? That there is some sort of group in Barovia who sees Strahd then more than just a monster. That his immortality and his dark powers make him more akin to a god. And so there seemed to have been some sort of, maybe pleading or message to Strahd to them, then for him to write this rather aggressive fuck you note back. And Strahd, as he had told you, thank you for helping with the Druids, he, does not see himself as such things. So definitely some interesting things happening.
I want to pry open one of the spell scrolls and see if I can determine what they are.
Yeah. Forget exactly how we identify magic. Items in Pathfinder 2e.
My seer heritage has identify magic, and it says once you discover, the GM gets to set the DC for your cursed magic higher. Height spells you learn. Oh, it doesn't say what I roll though.
We can make an Arcana. I feel like that's probably the best thing to go. So there are 3 scrolls, and so you'll need 3 Arcana checks. Whoever would like to be able to discern maybe what spell.
I mean, I roll like shit,
roll
but
on
I'm pretty high on Arcana, so I can roll on the other 2. And we definitely don't.
God.
We definitely don't want Hobokinn to, because he's scared of magic.
Well,
Yeah.
so I can't willingly accept aid, and I can hit them harder if they cast it. So I would say my character wouldn't want anything to do with it if he can avoid it.
24.
But if you guys asked, yeah.
Enigmar, 1 is a scroll of bless.
Okay.
And the second one is a scroll of spirit ward. They are occult spells.
Okay.
I'll look over at Enigmar and just be like,
And
Enigmar,
Enigmar, you can roll on the third one too if he hands it over.
I cannot make heads or tails, even with all of my training.
Let me take a look then. Another 20.
The third one, here's probably why Enigmar or Numlock couldn't get it. It's kind of a pretty powerful spell. It's a second rank spell called Cleanse Affliction.
Well, this is a cleanse affliction. This one is a spirit something.
Spirit ward and bless.
Spirit ward, and this one is bless.
A spell which I am not familiar with.
Is everything okay in there?
Yes,
Yep.
everything's fine. Worry not about what's going on in here.
And then Enigmar, as you're sort of tuned into the magical presence of stuff, as that's kind of where you're at, you get a little bit of magic off the books in this room. Like there's just like a faint sense of some sort of energy off of a few of the books here.
These books are giving off magical energy. Do I examine them?
You grab them and you
Well,
notice that
I'm
a lot
standing
of them,
in the door frame, just in case.
they seem to be well, the ones that you kind of pick out seem to be some sort of the ritual books for a specific cult. Quick glancing is maybe some summoning rituals or necromantic rituals or things like that of some sort of evil cult, as you could tell. And that's where you think maybe that energy, it's not so much an arcane energy, it's just more of a maybe a spiritual energy is kind of what you're getting, as it is mentioning summonings and things like that.
Could it possibly be a evil cult that we've heard of in passing?
But yeah, that is that secret room in the library.
Well, we still have a monster to finish off, so let's head out.
Yes.
We have the upstairs to go.
I think we still have the other side of
Is
the
there-
hallway, too.
Yeah.
Oh, there is another door. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me and Lamont to lead for the doors?
I want you to go through the doors first.
Okay. I'll go through the door first.
So this room down here seems to be a conservatory. There's a beautiful piano, beautiful harpsichord, these nice chairs all around, stained glass wall hangings depicting men and women and children playing instruments or singing.
I want to look in this room for a hidden passage as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'll take perception checks.
With my nat 1 that I'll probably roll. Oh no, I'm rolling better now.
Man, dude.
No
Bricks.
secret rooms or secret hiding things or anything like that, but you do notice again these beautiful stained glass panels and everything have a hidden art behind them almost, where it looks like women and children and men singing and dancing and using instruments. And again, from a distance, they look well dressed and noble in feature. And as you get closer, it's as if they are all skeletons, well dressed and noble and singing and playing instruments. But the figures in them are all skeletons.
Maybe we should stay away from windows. It did not work out for us last time.
It looks like the artwork changes as we look more closely to them. Maybe the children are in fact the monsters.
I mean, children can be monsters.
I kind of go back and go put the deeds and put the deeds in my pocket,
Okay.
and then I'm back out here.
Can I walk over here and look at the piano? Like, is there sheet music on it?
There is.
I'll stick with you if you're doing that.
Is it a familiar tune?
Roll society.
Gladly. I'm only trained, but hopefully Good Lord, bricks!
With a 13, yes and no. When you maybe hit a couple chords and sort of look through the sheet music, it is an older version of maybe something you're more familiar with. Something that maybe was the originating composition of a more familiar song that you're with, or that you know.
With my remembrance of the castle and the song that was playing on the piano, can I attempt to play that song on this piano?
Sure. Roll me a performance.
Watch him nat 20 this.
And while he's doing that, if I look out these windows, can I see the kids still?
No, the kids are no longer there. Hobokinn, you get the gist of it. I'll say the reason you don't succeed is because that was one of those like 3-leveled organs. You just don't have that many keys to press. So, yes and no. You know, you have the tune down, but you don't have it exactly because you don't have the 60 extra keys to play.
I think I can only play Sunlight Sonata.
Twinkle,
I'm not familiar with that tune.
twinkle, little hot cross buns.
Wait, are you still in the room? I don't want to leave if you're in
I
here.
will just let everybody know that the children have left the property. They're no longer waiting outside for us.
Maybe if we head back down, they'll be in there. But let's keep going up
I
for
agree.
now. Oh, Hobokinn, please take the
Whichever,
lead.
I was gonna say, whichever way's up, I'll
Yeah,
lead.
I will sit Hobokinn's in the lead. Torch in the middle. And I will pull you guys to the scene.
I think Enigmar needs to be behind me for the light.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you guys start to go again up the spiral staircase, and there is directly across from the platform, the stairs, is another one of those armors. Sorry, it's not on the map, but it is sort of where this little cobweb bunch is, looking directly down the staircase at you.
Oh, shiitake mushrooms. The game has been lost.
Yeah, and as you step kind of off of the stairs in the middle, it pulls its sword, steps forward, and takes one strike at you, and then we will be in combat.
He strikes before combat, correct?
Yes, he is initiating
Okay.
combat.
This is his surprise round. I just want to make sure
Effectively.
I don't add anything for my rage.
And now we will roll initiative.
Boo, boo, boo.
Holy, what a time to roll a 2.
These dice are just as cursed.
Golly.
The animated armor will go again. And it will swing, swing, swing.
Let me pop my rage real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead and do that. 'Cause take some less damage. All right, so get your rage on.
Get your rage on.
Beautiful. Nice. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna swing at you. First attack. Will hit. Some damage. Second attack. Miss. Third attack. Bummer. Alright.
Ooh. Jeez.
Numlock.
All right. Sword's coming out.
I mean, if
Okay,
you
awesome.
guys, I mean, you said you've had your sword out before. If you think you would have had it out, you would have not
Okay.
have to use that action.
Yeah.
All right.
There's
I
definitely
can't
no
move
way
now.
we wouldn't.
I can't move.
Oh, wait.
What do
Yeah,
you
I
mean?
gotta unpause the game.
Okay. And I forget. Can we move through occupied squares?
Yes, your allies. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. And I'm gonna encircle it from the behind and just hack at it. Definitely piercing or slashing. It doesn't really matter. First strike. Oh, if I can click it. There we go.
Remember to target the armor.
Oh, I definitely
dude.
forgot to.
That's okay.
That's a 31.
Yeah, that'll. That's a crit.
Nice.
Go ahead and target it now.
Oh, dang it.
It's whatever. 20 points of damage.
All right, now I'm targeted.
This. There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
And second attack.
9.
Second attack will be. Oh, I should have did. This is the first one. No, because I don't want to move it. Oh, bad.
It will hit though.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Damage. Okay. And attack numero trace.
You moved.
Oh, that's
You
right.
did
That's
not
right.
Have the third attack.
Okay.
Enigmar.
I'm going to walk up to it, devise a stratagem. And then I am going to hit it with, for my attack, it's going to take 2 actions. It's going to be Ignite, and because it's a melee, it will get 2d6 damages if I get high enough, and I'm going to use my stratagem, which it's not letting me use, I guess, because it's doesn't count as a strike.
Oh, well, what do you have? What's your plus to that?
10.
10, so 18. Yeah, that hits. Just go ahead and roll damage there, or roll the 2d6 maybe, unless it lets you choose, or select other variant. There you go.
I don't know why I did 3d6, but
Well, even if I take the highest one out, it is dead. So you hit this thing, and it sort of out of the shoulder blades and under the helmet, and all these spots, the flame sort of sparks out, and it crumbles to the ground. And the encounter is over.
well, maybe that was their monster. Let's just keep checking.
Since I'm currently raging for a whole minute, I'm gonna shit kick in this door. Just
Okay.
like barrel through it.
Yeah.
I see nothing, and I'm just gonna keep
Yeah,
running.
it's just like a linen closet. Now, one thing, Enigmar, you've noticed as you guys have sort of stopped your combat is this upstairs is covered in a lot of cobwebs. Feels older. The floor is dusty. You're leaving footprints behind you. There's a stale smell and taste in the air. And you can see the layer of dust and cobwebs on all of the fixtures is one that would represent years and years of collection. But Hobokinn, keep kicking in doors.
This place is absolutely
Mhm.
disgusting. Do they not come
Yeah.
up here and clean?
I'll have it for a minute, so just let me know when a minute goes by, since I'm just pissed off, just
Yeah,
kicking
yeah.
shit in. Stupid freaking armor. I'll shit kick in this door.
Big double doors that have beautiful stained glass on them, and you probably shatter the glass. Dusty, cobweb-filled, what looks to be master suite.
And then I imagine while running around, I imagine closet door.
Yeah.
Keep that in too.
And we'll probably run to here, and I imagine that's probably when my rage ends.
Yeah, I was going to say this last door right here after you kick that in is when your rage would settle down. Enigma and Numlock, as Hobokinn is finishing kicking doors in, you notice that, this 4-poster bed, little, like, silk sheets, this velvet curtains, all of these very high-end fabrics and beautiful fixtures and all of these things just covered in dust and age. Above the mantle of this room is a portrait of just Gustav and Elizabeth.
And what does this picture do?
Do they look younger?
They
When
do
I-
look younger. Where they look like maybe in their late 30s in the other portraits. They look maybe in their early 20s here. Their faces are happier.
When we get closer, does it change at all?
Yeah, when we look at it more closely, does it change?
No.
So this is the only one that didn't do that, right?
Well, those panels you were seeing were just like on the walls.
Happier.
Yeah, so you've now seen 3 portraits. The first one kind of in the entryway of the house was with the 2 children that you saw outside and the 2 parents. He maybe had some more gray in his face. Their faces seemed a little more dour. She seemed a little more gaunt and older. The kids, 6 and 8. The second one you saw, which was kind of the weird one, was almost the exact same photo, but with Elizabeth holding a baby.
Which is probably the stillborn that was in the letter.
And then this one is just the 2 of them that seem younger, and they are smiling.
I have a hunch. I want to go and see if I can peer behind it, the painting.
Yeah, you can take it off the wall, and it's just the fireplace.
Okay.
Did I see anything when I opened the thing out here?
Just a
It's
a
the porch or
balcony
whatever.
looking
Does he
out
see the kids?
into the town. Well, you're on the opposite side of the house. You can tell that.
Okay.
Do I see anything out here at all, like on the grounds or
No,
no howling, no?
no howling, no nothing like that. Maybe because there's a street back here. If you're there for a couple minutes, you might see somebody walk by, but not in any suspicious manner.
All right. What's
Fair enough. Whoop, we are together. Oops.
I begin to wonder if perhaps this house might be under a similar enchantment that Count Strahd's house was under.
as if this was part of a time paradox? I opened this door.
Yeah, it looks like
It's
a
okay.
bathing room, big wooden tub, stove that has a big pot that you would then, heat the water that looks like it comes out of here. Very,
Okay.
very noble thing to have, very high end.
And there's one more door. Let's open this last door.
The monster is always in the last place you look.
Well, we've already killed one, so let's get ready for another one.
That's true.
All right, I'll open it.
Looks
My
like
God,
another
it's
bedroom.
open.
Kind of the same size. This one doesn't have as nice amenities. You don't see the curtains and all that stuff. There is that door there. A door that looks similar, leads out to maybe the balcony you saw at the front. Does have a full body length mirror, a wardrobe that is slightly open, nightstand. And again, it all looks old and dusty.
I want to look in the mirror. Do I have a reflection? Because I was bitten.
Yes, you do.
Okay, good.
But roll me a perception check as you look in the mirror.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. And I'm still on alert for traps, so I'm adding it to my roll for
Yeah,
trap
that's
finder.
fine. Perfect. You are looking at the mirror and you're like, wow, this thing is really dusty. And maybe you wipe it for a moment and a figure appears behind you.
Guys,
Ah.
And
Oh.
I need all of you to make me this will save that I just put in chat.
I don't like that.
do I still get the trap finder?
Yeah, there's what you roll for your perception? 22. Okay. Nice.
Now,
Was it?
now, question on this.
Uh-huh.
Does this make me immobilized, paralyzed, or slow?
No. This is fear.
No. Okay.
So anything you have against fear will work.
We all get a +1 to fear, right? If we're in Numloss.
Yeah, it should
automatically-
automatically add it.
Oh, wait, yeah, okay.
Wait.
My bad.
All right, so Nick.
Oh, I thought I rolled a 9. I was like, that is the worst math I've ever seen.
You will be frightened.
I'm checking 1.
Nigmar.
Okay.
Oops, wrong button. Critical success, you will not be frightened at all.
When this came out, was it in magical nature?
It just appeared.
Okay.
There was no
No.
hint of magic or anything like that. It just sort of materialized.
Holy shit.
Well, you are frightened 4. And we will roll into another encounter. Do you guys want to roll initiative?
Let's freaking go.
Oh, my initiative is down because I'm frightened.
Uh-huh.
Still better than me.
I am not scared of no Pokemon.
Hobokinn, you are a little scared of this boogeyman.
How am I? I'm the only one who's not scared of it, and I'm like, oh, you guys go ahead.
I'll just watch.
Rawr. There it goes.
Okay.
Alright. I am going to use my first movement to. Okay, so in order to get the effect of like the flanking,
Huh?
is this flanking?
No,
Or
you
is
have
this
to be.
flanking?
Nope, you got to be that. Yep, right there would be
I have to jump on the bed.
pretty much.
No more monkeys jumping on the bed.
Alright. Action 1 movement. Action 2, I will swing. Oh
Oh,
my god.
That's a bummer.
That was an interesting swing. Well, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Swing again.
hey. No, what? Wow, dog.
Okay. That's my turn.
You swing at this
Whoa.
thing, and it sort of turns and makes eye contact with you. And in your mind, you hear a female scream in pain. And it sounds broken, but it sounds like it's saying, "My child." But you timed the scream, you're not quite sure. Enigmar.
I would like to devise a stratagem.
Solid.
Hey, look at that.
There you go.
Can I want to apply it to ignition again.
Okay.
Uh,
Make sure you're targeting.
Yep, I am.
Okay.
and then I want to melee.
All right. All right.
Do
So you have plus 10, right?
oh, what does this select other variant mean?
Oh,
No,
it's
okay.
it's between the melee and the ranged one.
Uh,
All right. So you
It's
will
not-
hit.
well, let me. So that's. Fuck, that doesn't work. I don't know
Well, you have a.
because it says it's a strike, so I should have.
It might
uh,
just be the. It just might not connect because of the. It's a spell. It might not have the thing, but we know you have a plus 8 to hit. You rolled a. You're
19.
19, so you're at. You hit. Not a crit, but a hit. So go ahead and just roll the damage.
Yeah, man, that means I just missed.
Yeah, it's showing that I have 3d6 for damage.
Probably because it's heightened. I think cantrips do the same thing they do in 5th edition. Seven
Okay.
points. Okay.
Of fire damage.
Its turn.
Wait, that was
Oh.
one or
Okay,
2 actions.
two
I
actions.
still have a. Can I try striking it with my weapon?
Yeah? You'll take the map, though, so it'll be the second. A -5 or whatever.
Oh,
Ooh. Oh, miss.
it was on a 19 at one point. Okay. It just fucking rolled off the 19.
Hobokinn, you missed both attacks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it
Yep.
will reach out and try to attack Enigmar with its vile touch.
Do not touch me there. That is my no-no square. Did it work? No. I tried.
No, he definitely touched you there. As
Hello,
void
911.
damage. First attack, second attack. Yeah, it should miss. Let's see. The third attack. Oh, bummer. Okay. Numlock.
All right. Gummit. If I can move. There we go. I will target. Then. Oh man.
Yeah, that battle music, that one song hits real hard at the beginning. Sorry.
I guess I'm just gonna attack and see how it goes for the first turn. Ooh, that's rough. All right. Second attack.
Oh, did you equip the torch?
Yeah, I've had a torch this whole
Oh.
time.
Thought you lit one.
No.
But
Just
there was a
wasn't
button
working.
that said torch
Oh.
is lit. Yeah.
Nice.
Nope, missed both attacks.
Okay. Top of the round. Hobokinn.
Yeah. The only thing I have is the swing.
Is there a way to get rid of fear?
Yeah, I was about to ask that. Is there an action I can do to try to reduce fear?
Regardless of results, saving throw creature is temporarily immune to the results. No, because it's an aura. So as long as you are in the aura at the moment, you are.
And that touch thing, was it a spell or just that's just what it
No.
does?
It's similar to the shadow. Like when you're, this thing seems to be part shadow, elevated maybe, as it has a skeletal-like structure, but also feels incorporeal. So it's, you saw it scratch across Enigma's chest and not necessarily leave a mark, but you saw him, throw his head back in pain as it does some sort of evil void damage.
Alright, then I will swing.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
There you
buddy.
go.
Watch it be like, your melee attack do no damage. That would be just our luck.
I was ever gonna swing.
Yeah, again, you feel you definitely go through the creature when you swing, and there is a resistance, but you don't feel like the swing of your axe was completely absorbed.
This might be a time to use one of them scrolls. And I will swing again.
Look back at Hobokinn in astonishment.
Holy shit. Well, ain't nothing to it but to try to do it. I have to get another nat 20. Oh my god, it was so close. We get some more.
Devise a stratagem.
I'll just shout over to Enigmar. You have the scrolls?
So what's spirit wards do? Because I couldn't find that.
Spirit ward. Huh, interesting. You draw on a nearby spiritual energy or an echo-ness of spirits you've invoked throughout your life to temporarily ward living flesh against dangerous spirits. You grant the target a +1 status bonus to saving throws against spells and effects caused by creatures that have the spirit trait and haunts. The number of actions you spent when casting determines its target's range, area, and other parameters. So 1 action is a touch, 2 action is a 30 feet, and 3 action is a 30-foot emanation that'll target all allies.
And they'll just get
+1 to saving throws based on creatures that have the spirit or haunt trait.
And do I think this is a spirit?
You could
I think
do
I have like a
do a recall knowledge. This is where that comes in. It's to gain
think
information.
So I have keen recollection. Let's see what this is. Can recall permanent facts on the topic that aren't your specialty. Your proficiency bonus to untrained. Oh, I already have it trained. But recall knowledge is a skill, right? So, or
Yes.
is an action. So
Yes.
let's try it. It's a blind roll, so you'll have to show it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's showing us a secret. It automatically does it blind.
Yeah. Because it gives me a couple different skills that it could be different DCs for. Yeah, you know that this could be a specter, but other than that, its abilities, you don't have any clue.
Okay.
You could effectively do recall knowledge 3 times, though, just so you know, because it's an action.
Yeah, but I'm going to use electric arc because it doesn't get affected by my thing because it's a reflex. And I'll use my other 2.
Okay. It needs to make a reflex save. And it is very quick.
Oh my god.
So it will not take any damage from your electric arc.
Sweet. Okay, that's my turn.
Yeah, it's gonna turn its touch onto Hobokinn because you did the most damage.
Fucking hell. He's like, peace, I'm dead. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude.
And then it will turn around onto Enigmar again. With the second hit. Third hit.
Well, it's good to know we're fucked.
Will miss. Numlock.
Did Enigmar say anything when he looked at the mirror?
Did I say anything?
Yeah. Did you say that you saw somebody behind you or anything?
No.
Like,
No. I just looked in it and thought to my head, oh good, I'm not a vampire. And then it came out.
Did you see it behind you? Like, did he see it appear behind him?
Yeah, he looked in the mirror and then it appeared behind him and then it sent out its frightful presence. And then all of you saw it. I mean, it appeared for all of you at the same time. I was just being dramatic because he was looking in the mirror when it appeared.
Oh no, I meant like when he looked in the mirror, did he see it in the mirror behind him?
As it appeared at the same time for you guys. But he did see it in the mirror, yes.
Man, I don't really have anything that I think would be useful. All right, well, I'm just gonna, I guess.
Yeah, we're magically
When you
linked.
do attacking it, I'm gonna try to first attack. I'm gonna try to drag it over here with dragging strike.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll. Let's see. I'm gonna use a boon,
Nice,
and
nice.
that's a D6, right?
That is a D6.
Come the on, dude.
Dude, outside of battle, we're so good.
Yeah, we roll like shit, and then we have like all inefficient spells, so we're fucking useless. Like, we're the worst.
Whoever paid for this to be a harder one definitely got their money's worth.
Son of a.
That was a 13 and then rolled off.
This is what happens when we play this campaign without a cleric.
All right. Well, it is off guard now. Because it still gets it when I miss. Or well, if it affects it, I don't know if it affects it or not.
When you miss, can you use it on the first miss, or it has to be on a later miss? That thing where you ignore the.
It's got to be on a
penalty?
secondary. Can't
It's
be on
on
the first
second,
one, yeah.
So yeah, if I miss with the second attack, I can do it again for basically the same thing. Should I even bother with another boon?
I mean, we're fucked either
Use
way.
it before you
so-
lose it.
Yeah, we might as well use them all today because we're dying today. It's full party life.
I have 0 boons. I used it because I thought I was going to die last time.
There we go. That might make up a little
All
bit.
right, there you go.
Uh,
I mean, that'll effectively cancel out the negative. That'll hit.
Okay.
Very nice.
Okay.
Barely hit.
Okay.
Insane.
Okay. Okay.
17. Okay. Golly, he doesn't take much damage. And then I guess third hit. Nope.
All right.
This
Hobokinn.
thing got dragged, didn't it? Or no?
Golly. I feel like we're outclassed by absolutely everything in this game.
need you to make a recovery check, or if you have resolve points, you can.
I do, but I have a question.
Yes.
Maybe I feel a little more comfortable being knocked out in bed. Maybe a little more.
Just remember, the bed is disgusting.
Well, you can spend a 1 resolve point to stabilize at 0 hit points instead of having to roll for it. That could be.
If I
your
get to dying
penalty.
stage 3, I have 4.
Yep.
Could then I use a resolve? Like, you know what I mean? Like to
You can, yeah. It does
like
not
get out of
specify.
jail, like roll 2 times and
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you are more than welcome to do that, and try to see if you roll to come back.
because if I stabilize, they have to heal me to wake me up, correct? Like for me
Yes.
to actually engage in combat, I need to be.
Yeah, you just be stabilized.
And then what do I need to roll in order to wake up? Do I need like a nat 20 in order to straight
Effectively-
get up? Or not straight get up, but
So-
straight stabilize?
So how it works is your check is 10 plus your dying right now. So you have dying 1. So you have to roll a 11. And every time you succeed, your dying value is reduced by 1. So you effectively just have to outpace dying. So like if you fail
If I
this
check
one,
now I stabilize.
yeah, so if you roll a 12 right now, you stabilize at 0. If you don't, or I guess a tie would work too, so 11, it would go to dying 2, which then means your DC is 12. And then you would have to do that twice, though. You see what I mean? Like, that's how the counter, if the counter of dying goes up, that's how many more times you have to succeed.
Screw it. I try.
Dying value 2. Well, also, you're probably no longer frightened, though, because you're unconscious. So just for make you feel a little
That's
better.
good.
Enigma.
Oh wait, really? Oh shit.
All right. Well, I'm going to move here, and now I have medic ward, which means I am going to do. Or first, I'm going to roll a boon for this. Okay. Then I am going to perform battle medicine. But first, let me devise a stratagem. Actually. Got me fucking kidding me. All right. Well, I'm going to use battle medicine to heal us both for 1 action. Let's see. I'm going to add my 4 for circumstance. And because I'm going to use a skill stratagem. Oh, it didn't work. Okay. Are you kidding? Oh my God, even with the boon. I fucking.
Dude, what is happening, man?
All right. Well, that is
2 actions.
2 of my actions. I'm going to use my. I can't attack this turn. I'm going to try to demoralize it.
Okay.
I don't know if that will even do anything, but I feel like that baby was not yours.
Wait, would you actually know that? Didn't it scream in my head?
I don't know.
Yeah, it screamed in his head. Well, I would say it has now screamed in all of your heads. Something about its baby.
I
Irritated.
tried, man. I fucking
Well,
suck. I'm dead. You're
gonna
dead.
be-
We're all dead for ice cream.
Okay.
Alright, so it is the irritated specter's turn.
If I fail at treat wounds, I can't do it again, right?
You might want to look that up. I don't think that stops you. I can't remember. It might, actually.
All I know is I can't do it on the same person.
It is
but if they're-
using 2 of its actions to use a specific strike. So if it hits, things are going to happen.
Oh, GG's.
Oh my Jesus.
It is going to gain.
We didn't even get our new player, man. I just fucking died. He died. Moss is
Will
going
you
to
go
die.
ahead and make that will save there for me?
I failed.
Failed. Let's see how much damage you take, though. Oh, man.
That's a lot of
That's
dice.
not- Alright, you are.
I like how I hover over Numlock and it just says unharmed. It's the first time we've been knocked out and he hasn't.
Alright. That part's new. Let's see. Alright, on a failure, the creature succumbs to the corruption and becomes a spectral thrall temporarily. The creature is controlled by the specter, obeying the specter's telepathic or spoken orders. So a spectral thrall does not obey it. Obviously self-destructive orders. This lasts until the end of the thrall's next turn, at which it is no longer controlled, but it comes to well. It did enough damage to knock you out, so that actually doesn't really matter, but you will be. Alright. What did I really do?
So does that mean we take away my frighten because I'm dead?
Yeah, we can take away the fright for you.
Sweet.
And then it will turn its last attack on. Unlock. Oh, wait.
Fuck.
Nope. I did that wrong because it's supposed to be the -5. That's on me. Let me reroll that.
That's a 22, which means it still hits, right?
I was going to reroll it because I fucked it up. All right, unlock.
Just leave us. Let us die another day.
We will come back to haunt you and maybe with a baby.
We'll come back as 2 clerics. Oh.
I will look at it and I'll just say I'll put the tip of my sword to the ground and I'll just tell it Count Strahd could not save you, but you still have time to save yourself. He could not save your family, but hope is not lost for you.
It gives an ear-piercing scream, and you hear that saying, "My baby!"
My God,
Makes you feel any better, Moss. I couldn't do shit. I failed every roll.
Is there
Crit, I
anything?
felt like I didn't do shit.
Is there anything in this room? Anything at all?
Make me a perception check. With a 23, you notice that maybe it was Enigmar moving away from the mirror, but there seems to be an opening here now behind the mirror. Other than that, it's just an old dust-covered room.
All right, I'm gonna immediately run over and throw the mirror aside, not caring if it smashes or whatever.
Opens to a secret door that goes, staircase that goes up.
Okay.
Does the mirror smash?
I would say
Sure,
the mirror
sure.
smashes, yeah. Yeah, if he's gonna throw it to the side.
Okay. So then that's. Did that perception check count as an action?
No, I'll let you have noticed that during the combat at some point.
Okay. Then I guess.
But
so that
the
would've
smashing
been,
of the mirror
so-
would be 1.
And then I moved to get to the mirror. Or I guess technically I would have had to have gone here
Mhm.
to move it. But I guess I'll use my third action. I'll just like look back and just say, "Stay there," and I'll back at the two of them, and I will run up and see if maybe, just maybe, I can find something.
Okay. Well, I'm going to end the encounter for the moment. And let me check.
So
something.
cool when
Because
there's
this is clearly beyond our ability to take.
Do we do more death rolls or no?
You will be. I'm just getting moss set up on the next
there's
scene.
mod screen.
So we're gonna do that real quick. All right. I will take recovery rolls from Hobokinn and Enigma.
You mean dying rolls?
Yeah. They're called recovery checks technically.
oh my god, that was almost an at one. Holy shit.
Oops.
So I have 2 more attempts at this. Well, 1 more and then death, right?
Yes.
Well, yours didn't roll.
So go ahead
I
and
don't
roll
want to
yours.
use my resolve
Hobokinn.
just quite yet. I want to see if I can stabilize right now. 'Cause I
Yeah,
have
go
1
ahead.
more roll before if I fail, I die.
Yeah, you can roll this last one, and then when I come back to you, use your resolve to stabilize.
Oh yeah, baby.
That
Nice.
drops it by 2,
Finally!
which means you are just unconscious at 0 hit points. Enigma, go ahead and roll another one.
Oh, because we were out of combat. That's why we're rolling good.
Yeah, exactly. It's 100% why.
There it is.
All right, you are at dying 1. Go ahead and roll me one more. See if you can. Alright, it's not stupid.
We are out of combat.
You are both unconscious, dying, and not dying anymore. Okay. Actually,
Like
let
you're
me
at the foot of the
see-
bed. I'm just actually like in the bed.
Just so you guys can kind of see what's going on. Can you guys see his token?
I can see loss, yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
can see his token. Yes.
I set it up so you can see anybody's token. But yes.
Okay.
So Numlock, you run up the stairs. And
Okay.
you hear the screaming behind you of this mother of this, who you assume this stillborn child. And it comes around the corner and you see a normal door up at the top of the stairs. Again,
I'm
dust everywhere.
I'm just sprinting away from it. I
Wait,
can't
yeah.
move, but
Yeah,
I'm
sorry,
sprinting
game
towards the door
pause.
and just
You're good.
bursting
You can
through it.
Yeah. Doors open. Opens to an attic. The floorboards are creaking really bad, and everything has now even more age, it feels like, to it. You got a few doors in front of you.
I'm just gonna. Why does it keep unselecting my token? All right, I'm just gonna run down here. Hopefully, running in here and seeing something of use.
You open that door, and it looks just a simple spare bedroom. You see a little writing desk. You do see a desk over here that has a old-looking doll, smiling doll, in a yellow lace dress on it. Yeah, again, a stove, rusted, oxidized, a bed that looks like it's been eaten by moths, nightstand, rocking chair, storage chests.
I'm gonna come down here and look. Does the doll? Does it show the same signs of like age?
Yes.
Okay. Can I do like a very quick check on it to see if there might be some sort of significance, like a name?
Just roll me a general perception, and I'll kind of tell you everything you get as you're standing here.
Ooh, 25. Okay.
You pick up
Again,
this
clearly
doll.
out of combat.
And it falls apart a little bit in your hands. You know, as it has been here, you think maybe this dust has kind of preserved some of it. You know, you can tell it's a faded yellow dress. And on the bottom of it, kind of on its foot, you see
And
the initials like sewn into it, EV.
EV.
And as you look around the room, you're also hearing those screams are still happening behind you, but they don't seem to be getting closer.
It's still just like my baby, my baby.
Yeah, but with that howling, ear-piercing kind of scream, it feels like it's in your head, like it's a telepathic scream.
Just kind of like shake it off
Like
and
I-
just be like, ugh.
I
And
know
I
I'm
will-
dead, but we learned something about Evie, correct?
Well, it's just initials E.V.
Never mind. I will stay dead or unconscious.
You
I
learned something
will-
about an EV in the last campaign we ran.
That's not what I was trying to get at, but yes.
The
Uh,
happiness of Evie spells.
Oh my god. You know what? It was Adam Eva. Just kidding. That's the place.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna grab the doll
Yeah.
and carry it with me. If that thing is not getting any closer, I'm gonna continue inspecting rooms.
Yes. You
Ag-
do not.
Again,
You would think that if it followed you, it would be on top of you right now. And it seems to be when you are on that side of the house, like the room you were in, it felt like the scream was louder. And it feels a little bit further away now. Like the telepathic scream that it's sending out has a distance. And so it sounds more distant now.
okay. I will open this. Oh,
Okay. You open. This room contains a bricked up window flanked by two dusty wood framed beds sized for children. Closer to the door is a toy chest with windmills painted on its side and a dollhouse that's a perfect replica of the dreary edifice in which you stand. These furnishings are draped in cobwebs. Lying in the middle of the floor are two small skeletons wearing tattered but familiar clothing. The smaller of the two cradles a stuffed doll that you also recognize.
those are the two children we saw outside.
You
What
would
I
assume
is that where I
so.
recognize
That
it
is
from?
exactly what the outfits look like. And it looks like whatever the boy was holding is what he is holding now.
The probability of that happening is less than 1%. Not spending too long. I'm gonna continue to these other doors.
Yeah. Just another spare bedroom. Old and decaying.
And then this one.
This room here seems to be a giant storage room. Furniture draped in linens to maybe preserve them in time, but there is inches of dust.
All right, I'll step in here and see. I want to take a closer look around, just see if I notice anything that seems off.
Yeah.
Perception?
Go right ahead.
Oh my gosh!
With a
We're-
26.
we're combat.
The only thing that seems slightly out of place is, for the most part, this furniture is covered pretty well. There's a giant wooden
Uh-huh.
trunk that sort of has like the linen flipped over half of it. And let's see, where is that other thing? You notice as you walk in that you're feeling a draft from this wall right here.
I'll move over and kind of like feel around, push on it.
The wall opens to show a wooden staircase, spiral staircase going down. Again,
gosh, this place is
old,
so complicated.
crickety wood.
First and foremost, I'm gonna go and open this chest and see if I can find what it was that they were looking for.
Yes, you open the chest, And inside is skeletal remains. Clothes
that's
she's
where they put
wearing
baby.
for a moment seem familiar. And as you do so, the telepathic scream gets loud and that specter appears right behind you. Go ahead and roll
Now it's
initiative.
unharmed. Oh, no.
Uh,
Throw the baby at it.
I'm
Let
gonna-
me
I'm
let me
gonna-
grab the one from the down below because it's the same exact one. It just didn't do what I wanted it to do, so I just have to copy it. And bring
Oh
it
my
over.
god, with the low rolls, and of course it has to do with combat.
You're in combat.
Wait, were you rolling a boon or was
Yeah.
that your? Okay.
Oops, I have to. Yeah, go ahead and roll your initiative then.
Okay.
We're technically not in combat yet. You were getting to the.
Oh
combat.
come
Oh
on,
my
dude.
God. Oh, shit.
And she will reach out to stat. Swipe you with her.
21. Okay.
Second attack. Third attack. Okay.
Thank God. Okay.
Throw the baby doll at it.
With that, I'm gonna toss the baby doll into the chest
Okay.
and shut it.
Okay. I'll say that's one action totaled.
Okay. And does anything happen?
Not right away.
Well,
I'm gonna stand there and wait. Nope, I take that back. I am gonna steal my resolve.
Okay.
Nice.
She goes to attack you again.
Fucking hell.
Oof.
All right. Well, bye guys.
Well, it was fun playing Sanguine Destiny. We'll come back next week as 3 clerics.
You
I think my cousin's muted because he's dying laughing and he's not
are dying.
being heard at all.
And I do think that is the perfect spot to end this episode. Saying
Goodbye, everybody. We died.
Death.
Full party
Just
wedding.
unconscious.
Dang
You
it,
guys-
chat, with you
you
making
guys
this
stabilized.
campaign harder. We die every single freaking time.
How about
I blame
this
you.
thing?
But yes.
I'm sleeping on a bed.
Yeah, he's passed out. He's going to get a nice, restful bit of sleep and wake up in the morning, and, you know, things will continue. Well, the death house is full of death and mystery and fun things. Well, maybe for me. Much sadness and woe is correct history eraser button. And I think, if I remember back, I believe it might have been History Eraser Button who put the money in to make the campaign more difficult. At least one of the times. I also love the villain Bwahaha. Also agreed with that. But before we say goodbye to maybe our adventuring friends and the stream for the evening, let's go around and see what people got going on. Biggles, let's start with you. What do you got going on?
My normal show is canceled for a couple weeks because I'm moving and I don't know how well it will work. So I got nothing going on except for this on Wednesdays for the next 2 weeks.
All right.
But yeah,
Awesome.
I'll be back next week as a cleric.
Nice.
Yeah, having backup character ideas might not be too bad. Well, maybe we'll talk about that. Anthony, what do you got going on?
Just taking a nap every 8, 7 central on Wednesdays, sometimes in beds full of cobwebs. Um, if it's during a combat, I will roll like shit. Outside, I will nat 20 the shit out of everything.
Okay, I like it.
Love it.
And Moss, what about yourself? What do you got going on this week?
Tomorrow, Avenue Studios, Nova Beasts. Come check that out. That's where you can find the character that the wonderful Sassy Witch made the character for, or made the little crocheted figure for.
Awesome.
Friday, Jacob's Ladder and Strange Aeons, and then Monday for Massive Nyarlathotep. Let's see. Oh yeah, Saturday for Saturday morning map making. I might also stream more Crimson Desert. I don't know yet. Kind of depends on what I have time for. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. And I think that's about it.
Yeah, I my schedule sucks at the moment because I'm doing all the split shifts forever. But if I can, I will continue the Kingdoms of Amalur playthrough that I started a little while ago. If not, you'll see me Fridays when we release the Jacob's Ladder episodes, and of course on Wednesdays as I put these guys through the ringer of difficulty. But other than that, we appreciate you guys being here, and we will catch you all later.
Rip. Goodbye, everyone. We're all dead.